Attention, please. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Tom Brady, I'm coming. I want Tom. I want Tom.
Party people, how you feeling?
How's everybody feeling? How's it going, winners? How is it going? All right, welcome to another episode of What's Cooking in the South. What's cooking? How's everybody doing tonight? You guys are quiet out there. No chats going. What the heck's going on here? Come on, where you all at? Where y'all at? I know why some of you are quiet. I'm not hearing from some of you because you were complaining all week and saying how the Buccaneers had no chance and everything, and talking about, oh, this is going to be terrible. Oh no, oh no, oh no. And now look, now what you got to talk about? Well, what you got to talk about is a Buccaneer victory. How about that? And if we're going to stick with what's cooking in the South here, a Saints victory over the Bears, and a pretty big one. And that's who the Buccaneers are facing this week. This is going to be a jam-packed episode. We've got lots to talk about. Might be a little bit of an abbreviated episode. We've got so much to cover this is going to be a lot of fun. Let's get right into it right now. Let's start with the Professor Johnny Dean. How you doing, my friend?
What's up, Rick?
Hey, what'd you have for dinner?
I don't remember.
Chicken tenders.
Chicken tenders.
You always act like I catch you off guard, and that's like the key to starting the show.
What'd you have for dinner?
I had kielbasa and some pierogies.
Pierogies.
Cheese pierogies, yeah. Yeah. I was happy. What's that?
You got me with the kielbasa. That sounds good.
Yeah. You don't like cheese pierogies?
Dude, I'm so wore out on that stuff. I live in an Italian area, so anytime I see Italian food, it just.
Oh man, I don't know that that's possible for me.
Yeah. Well, when I played football, that was how you kept your calories up, was cramming pizza all day long. You know?
Yeah. I mean, if you're Italian, what do they do in Italy? All I've got is Italian everywhere.
Right.
Kind of happens, but oh well. Well, you definitely ate American tonight with chicken tenders, but I like chicken tenders, so that's all good.
Yeah, they were pretty good.
Yeah, that's all good. So, how you feeling about the game this week? What are you thinking about the game against the Saints? I want to hear head and heart.
Oh, you want my head and the heart? They're in conflict, dude.
I understand. I can understand that.
I think it's a good chance that we can pull it off.
Which one am I talking to right now, the head or the heart?
The head right now. Okay. I'm trying to force some thought in here.
Okay.
I got to quit looking at the matchups and stuff, man, because I still, we have changed our offensive playbook somewhat, but the base of the playbook is still basically the same. I mean, there's going to be things that we do that they're going to notice, they're going to see and spot, right?
We are certainly running the ball more than we did earlier in the
year. Right. But I'm talking about our like passing formations and our run play. Right. The formations themselves are what you got to worry about.
Well, they're running more. They are running more play action pass. They are running motion more. They are doing some different things like that.
Right.
Pre-snap motion. So I'm feeling like that's a help.
One thing I noticed last week was we tried a few more screens.
Right.
And that's something that would shock Jameis probably. So,
well, he. See,
they're
I don't
not
think
used to the
Jameis-
offensive line, the schemes that our offensive line are
Right.
using now.
Right.
I don't think that they've seen the.
I just feel like this is a completely different team than last time they played.
It's not completely different. We run
Well,
out of the same-
defensively, it's not. That's where my
offensively, it's not. Defensively, it's completely changed. Defensively,
Since
we
the
have
last time they
completely
played?
changed. Yes, we stunt 10 times more, and we bring more pressure with the linebackers than we did before because we had Vita Vea. They're not used to
Well,
that.
we didn't have Vea
I know
last time they played.
The second game, we
Yeah.
didn't have Vita Vea, but they were
Right.
just learning to stunt that way.
Right.
They've changed all of that.
Okay. Okay.
And they've changed quite a bit. They've changed enough on the offensive side that I think that we'll see. The Saints will see familiar things, but it won't be as openly familiar as it was the last time we played.
That's fair.
So
That's fair. I just feel like this team is executing far better than they did the last time.
Well,
they
you couldn't
played.
execute before because simply they knew what we were going to do. So they take our players completely out of it that way.
Well, I'm more concerned about the defense. And
yes, I am too.
right.
That's
That
what
to
my
me
main
is what
concern is.
concerns me. Right. That's what concerns me a lot more than the offense. I just feel like, I feel great about this offense. I mean, why wouldn't you?
Right.
They've
I would.
consistently been getting better.
If the people that have stepped into the defense have done well in Vita's place, but they're not Vita, dude. We don't get that pressure that we up the middle that
No,
we
I
got. with Vita.
understand, but okay. So I'm going to be honest with you. I'm tired of hearing about him.
Well,
Okay, he's
I
not
can be
on the
honest with
team.
you too. Listen. I can prove to you that the decline after Vita in the secondary has killed the
No,
secondary.
I'm
because-
fine with that, but he's not on the team. Okay, right
Right.
now he's not on the team.
Well, I wasn't
So
saying that he was going to miraculously appear back on the team. I was trying to get to a point, and the word Vita just sent you off, man.
No. It didn't set me off. What I'm saying to you, I'm being honest with you. I'm telling you, I feel like, and this is just me telling you what's going on in my head. I keep hearing people talk about him, and he's been gone for weeks, and he's not a part of this team now, and discussing whether this team is different without him or with him. This is what the team is now. You're right, Johnny. The team is different. I'm not disputing any of that. Okay.
No, but you didn't let me get to my point. My point you wouldn't have had to go into a little rant there, because if you'd have listened to my point, I was getting over that. I was going to explain how, no, we don't get those pressures and stuff, but the Saints are not going to understand what's coming at them, because we've had to evolve a defensive line that maybe don't get the pressures, but you don't know what's coming.
Okay.
So I think that balances it out, because they're not going to recognize 90% of what's coming at them now from the last game.
Even defensively?
Even defensively, because that defense that we played them with was still in evolution. We've those stunts and stuff they saw in that game were basically the same stunts, just with twists on them that they saw in the first game. But because Vita is out, they've had to evolve that, and they've game planned better up front now.
Okay.
So they don't know. They don't know. They will not recognize anything coming at them. They're going to have to play real football.
And that was not a rant. That was hardly a rant. I just didn't. I was talking to you about the fact that for me, my thoughts are just when it comes to Vea. Vea was already out and had been out when they played
But
the
it
last
took time to evolve from that point, is what I was trying to explain.
Yeah, I understand that, and they're okay. I understand saying they're different now because they've evolved over time.
Right.
I get that, and I'm not disputing that. I guess what I'm trying to say, where this team is now. And what we've seen out of the team the last few weeks when it comes to the secondary, when it comes to bending but not breaking, when it comes to, it feels like to me, okay, I think we can all agree they're not going to run the ball. Can we all come to that conclusion? Is it safe now? Can we, at some point,
They're not going to kill us with the run. Kamara's not getting 6 touchdowns on us now. They might have some runs in there that catches people off guard, but it's not going to kill us now.
Right. He may run for 60 yards. That may be about it. That's going
Right.
to be about all you're going to get out of the run. The run is not going to be the thing that's going to kill the Buccaneers. But this team, what they can do is throw the shorter passes over the middle, and I still get the feeling, and I don't know what it is. This goes back to Lovie Smith. There's just something about not covering the center of the field that you can just throw quick passes over the middle of the field.
Well, when
all day long.
you're busy stunting on the line to get pressure, then you're going to have a hole somewhere, and that's at the moment that's in the center of the field.
Yeah, that's my concern though. That's
if our linebackers play a more high-low, I don't know how to cover it, because you lose a linebacker somewhere
right
in these stunts, no matter how you look at it.
Right.
David was playing pretty deep last time, and then if you drop, it's simple. If the linebacker drops back, then you just throw short underneath. If he comes up, then you just hit the hole behind him, and that's
right.
It's without that.
It just seems like they don't come up a little bit. It seems like they don't come up a little bit, and you don't hit the hole behind them very often. And that's what I think concerns me. Is I don't feel like there's enough. I would rather make him throw a little deeper. I just don't.
That's what's kind of been killing us, is those chunk plays in the middle, man. But that can be fixed. I guess they can bring the safety, bring a safety up, and then play. But then you're not going to have the two high safeties there,
right?
So you got to give a little to get a little,
right? I mean, you can't. You there's only 11 players on the field, no matter what. So there's nothing you can do to change that.
We've got tape on them now. We've got that tape on them in a playoff game against the Bears. We've got tape on them all season long, and I'm quite sure that the staff has something to counter with. Yeah. And then you're looking at a coach over on the other side who is great at doing that too. So it's going to be a good game no matter what, how you look at it. I do
feel like Brady is just playing at a different level now than last time they played. I feel like Brady was still in the midst of whatever was happening with this offense. Wasn't this the last game? That wasn't the last time they played when they only ran 5 times? I mean, when they broke the record.
No, that was against the Bears, wasn't it?
Might have been. Yeah, it might have been. I don't remember. But the point of the matter is this offense just to me feels like it's playing different. Let's bring Tyler Brashaw in here. Hey, Tyler.
What is up, gentlemen?
Hey, man. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Doing good. Doing good. So, Tyler, your thoughts. What's coming? What do we have to look forward to, not look forward to? How are you feeling? Tell me the difference between your head and your heart.
First of all,
oh man, I'm gonna say I do feel very confident in this week's matchup for a couple of reasons. I don't think, we mentioned this the other night, I don't think the Saints are the same team as we ran into in week 1 and week 8 or whatever it was. And I think we're a much better team, and we're actually starting to gel now. And we're a completely different team than the Saints have seen as well. So I feel like they can go watch film on us and they can see what they want to see, but at the same time, we're not the same team. I think we're better than we were then. And as for us to go watch film on them, I think they're a worse team than what they were when we played them. So I just think, and not only that, we mentioned this the other night as well, it's hard to beat a team 3 times in a year, let alone this Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Let me throw something in here. That's actually one of those things that everybody says, but when you look at the statistics, it's not true. Teams that have played each other 3 times in a year, which does not happen often.
Right.
When you play 3 times a year, if one team wins 2 out, like the first 2 games, 63% of the time they win the 3rd game.
Interesting stat.
Yeah, because it's just everybody always says that it's and I bought into it. I've been saying it. When I heard the statistic this week, and I was like, ruh-roh. But it to me. Oh, by the way, Tyler, what'd you have for dinner?
So I'm in Indiana for work. I'm in Warsaw, Indiana, and we ate at a restaurant, and I had a Chipotle glazed salmon on rice and corn and black beans, and then I had peel and eat shrimp, hot peel and eat shrimp.
Nice. You had a nice dinner.
I did. Very good. Use the company's budget well.
Yeah. Okay, Johnny. So now I want to know. Okay, you're telling me a little bit, but give me. I'm going to ask you for two separate predictions. Okay. I'm going to ask you, Johnny, first of all, for your game prediction from your head.
Oh, everybody's going to shoot me, man.
Hey, really quick, gentlemen. I have to jump off the camera really quick. My daughter's calling me. She's going to bed and wants me to say goodnight, and then I will be right back.
Okie doke.
All right.
I'll put you back in the lobby. Okay, Johnny, from your head first.
Head. Well, I have to stick to my original prediction about losing in the divisional rounds, but I think it'll be close. I think it'll be a 3-point game. I don't know how many points are going to be scored because I rewatched the Saints game. They've missed a lot of opportunities that they had.
Mm-hmm.
They had a really good playbook going into that game, and that could have been a much bigger loss for the Bears than it was. So,
yeah, I agree with that. But I believe that the Bears don't have Tom Brady on this offense.
right. Well, yeah, but a lot of people are putting value in the fact that Drew Brees isn't Drew Brees no more. But Drew Brees was making some really good throws in that game against them too.
I agree with that, and yeah, I agree with that. So you say the Bucs will
I think
lose
this is
by
going to be
3.
a game.
Right, with your head, you say the Bucs
Right.
will lose by 3. Okay,
By
with
3.
your heart. Now talk to me from your heart.
But with my heart, yeah, I see the improvement in the team.
Yep.
I've seen what Brady can do in playoffs. I've seen what Arians can do in playoffs because those times that I was talking about before when the Steelers won 3 against the Ravens before, that was under Arians. So he has faced situation, and they've lost 3 in a row before under Arians to
Right.
the Ravens. So he's been in that situation probably more than any other coach. So I'm,
I gotta laugh. I'm thinking about this. I was thinking about in the NFC, who are the remaining quarterbacks? Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, Tom Brady, oh my gosh, I just lost it. Goff in LA, right?
yeah, right.
I mean, one of these things is not like the others, you know?
Yeah, age-wise.
Right. Well, not just age-wise, I think talent-wise, he's just not. I mean, he has good games, he has bad games. He I don't know. Let's bring
he's got a new contract, so he's been in the league over 5 years, right?
Yeah, let's bring Deshaun Tisdale in. Hey, Deshaun, how you doing, my friend?
Hey, what's up? How we doing?
Hey, doing good. Hey, okay, so here's what we're going with tonight. You ready?
Yeah.
I want to know from you. We got 2 different ways to look at this.
Okay.
All right, from your head and from your heart. And are they different? Okay. So we're going to be honest. We're going to cut through a lot of the just saying what everybody wants to say. And we're going to tell the truth tonight, okay?
For
But
sure.
before we get going with you, you got to answer one question.
What'd
you have for
cooking?
dinner?
No problem. I got that. Hey, I was listening to it and I was just like, man, he's gonna ask me what I have for dinner. And
Yeah, of course I am. Welcome to What's Cooking in the South.
that's right. I was listening to Jacob's show earlier, right here on Bucks Report, and I was actually trying to finish up work and rush and grab something, and so I ran to Publix, got some Publix chicken, just put some rice in the rice cooker, and also had some green beans. So that was dinner.
Publix chicken is good. I still say $1 billion idea is put a little like a Checkers size shack in the middle of the Publix parking lot and just sell your chicken where you just drive through and pick it up.
Yeah,
That is one thing I really miss up here.
Yeah. Man, Publix chicken is awesome.
yeah,
Okay.
it is.
So
I
Deshaun.
told Keith to send me some, but he never did.
Yeah, everybody down there says they'll send you food and you never see it. So
I don't know.
all right, Deshaun, from your head,
Mhm.
what's gonna happen this week?
Yeah, I feel like Johnny, the professor on this one, because I kind of feel like from my head, based on, and this has nothing to do with where my heart is at. Like you said, this is from the head. I'm crunching numbers. I'm looking at the tape. I'm going with everything that I saw.
Right.
I say that if this is a tight game, it can benefit Tampa. If it's a tight game, but if it's not a tight game, if it gets into, big play type of game, it is not in Tampa's advantage because we've had a lot of mistakes and mishaps on offense. And to be honest with you, I heard just a snippet of what you guys were talking about earlier, but that's where my head is with
Right.
this team defensively. It's about when I watch film and when I watch games, I consistently see Nacho, Akeem Nuchez-Roches,
Right.
and Ndamukong Suh, or really for the most part, most of the interior linemen for us, not providing pressure. And then when they
Right.
cannot provide the pressure, and the quarterbacks do roll out, they are
Right.
absolutely atrociously slow in order to get to the outside, so they can't force anything. With that continues to be Todd Bowles' recipe, and I know Todd Bowles has been around a long time. He wants to make you one-dimensional. He always wants to stop the run first. But in my head, if he goes with those particular players, Nacho, and if he doesn't rep Suh a little bit more, bless you, then we'll probably lose this game because Breeze is mobile enough to slide away from our two outside pass rushers. And he's also smart enough to find the weak link when we blitz him with Devin White. That you're not going to fool him, Brady, any of these veterans with that. They can find where you just saw him this week. Murray cut block a defender that was on a blitz, gets up
Right.
off the floor, and Breeze hits him for a touchdown.
Right.
We don't have mobile enough defensive tackles and interior linemen that's going to rush here. And so I think if we don't play Benning Pateo, and I know I probably messed up his last name, but him and Davis, we need to mix them up. Khalil Davis, our rookie, tends to jump out of his gap a little bit, but he provides pressure into the backfield. We're going to need to mix them in heavily to win this game. In my head, if we don't do that, we lose the game. We don't do that, we lose the game. Now, in my heart,
yeah,
in my heart, we miraculously, we're just, we're stud on offense. We can stop them on offense. So when it comes to the heart, it's immediately if we can stop them, their defensive line, and require them to bring more pressure. Because
Right.
it's not that, it's that they're getting pressure with 4 is the issue to me for the Saints. They're getting pressure with 4. And if they continue to get pressure with 4, then they have everyone in coverage. And listen, Brady's had his worst 2 games against the Saints for us. I think he's thrown 5 picks. Johnny, the professor, can tell me when he jumps back on. I think
4. It's at least 4.
At least 4. Okay. So, this is just a team that, and guess what? It's not that he's any so much worse against this team. It's that all those guys are in coverage when other teams that we play, all those guys are not in coverage. So to me, if we talk about, hey, we want to see what's different on this team. This team comes out offensively, they're able to impose their will, right? If we can impose our will offensively, running how we want to run, passing where we want, getting whatever we want, doing as we please, as we've done for the past couple of weeks, for the most part, we win this game wholeheartedly. It really won't, because if you're scoring, you're going to need to outscore that team, and they have enough gadget plays, but we're going to need to outscore them. And listen, that Saints team is a team that we always have to worry about depth, because the name of the game this year has been depth. What do you have behind that guy? And if you don't have anything behind your starter, you got nothing. I mean, the drop off between Vita Vea and Akeem Nuchez-Roches is phenomenal.
I got 3 keys to this game.
Okay.
That's Mike Evans, Donovan Smith, and hold on. Sorry about that. Hold on, let me get.
That's fine. This is great radio. Mike Evans, Donovan Smith, and Rojo.
And is it? No, I don't think Rojo has that quad injury. I didn't see the thing come off, the little club thing come off his hand as of yet. So, I mean, I just wonder where he's even going to be at.
Right.
Sorry about that, guys.
That's all right.
It was Donovan Smith, Mike Evans, and Ted Larson.
Okay.
That's 3 keys. That's major keys. Ted Larson has to be able to step up this week. And,
Well, wait,
take
I think
cap
he said-
Didn't they say Larson's not starting?
No, they said they're going to start, I think, AQ Shipley.
Shipley's back?
Or no, not Shipley. It's
Stinney? It was Stinney.
yeah, Stinney is starting.
Danny?
Yes. Aaron
Yeah,
Donald.
they're gonna go.
Well, okay, same thing then.
Right.
That's going to be a key element right there.
Right.
Mike Evans and Donovan have got to get those guys out of their head.
Okay. Yeah. This is okay. Now we're hitting on where I'm coming from. Let's add Tyler in here, by the way. Hold on. Hey, Tyler.
I'm back, gentlemen.
Hello. Okay. So here's my thoughts on this. I have a lot that goes through my head regarding this game. And look, for me, the biggest battle is, and this is a Sean Payton thing. This Saints team has the ability to get in other teams' heads. And I think that's a huge part of how, especially the Saints defense plays. They try to get in your head. It's not even so much. Don't misunderstand when I say this, okay? Don't take this too far. When I say it's not so much about their talent, of course they're talented. What I'm saying is there's something more that takes it to another level, and it's their ability to really get other teams to play out of their game because they're mad. They either get him so mad. This has happened to Mike Evans. I don't know how many times, where he gets so mad he loses his cool and he doesn't play a good, solid game. And what has to happen is this team has to play a more solid, steady game within its means. And I believe that the big key to this game, the biggest key to this game, is something. It's not. It's AB. AB was brand new on the team and didn't even play, I don't believe, in the last time they played. Now, that's a huge addition between then and now that they're going to have to cover. I think as AB has become familiar with the offense, gotten more involved, they're using him in different ways, doing different things with him. I think that's going to be a huge difference. Now,
I honestly think that AB should be our lead receiver this game because he is used to that trash talk. To get to your point, what the Saints do is exactly what the old Raiders used to do.
Right.
Get in people's heads.
Yes.
You know?
But Johnny, would you say that's a part of the game? Like there's nothing, any sport that you play, that's a part. Yeah.
It did work for the Raiders because they could get in your head. They played. All right, football is football. We trash talk. We get out there and we smack people, and we you want to intimidate somebody. But the Raiders, with less talent, would intimidate more talented people every time you turn it around. And there was no reason for it. I still don't understand how they did it.
Well, they take it, and that's what I think the Saints do. Is Johnny? I think you're right. I think they take it to a different level. There's some way, shape, or form that what the things that they say, the things that they do, the way that they approach the game, they are able to get in the head of the receivers and get in the head of them and just take things to a different level. And it completely throws things off.
Well, look, I think it's only Rick. I think it's only Mike Evans. Like there's two facets of their game that I think you have Mike Evans with Latimer. That's one issue. The rest of the receivers don't have any real back and forth or issue going on. I mean, if you think so, let me know. And then
that's
it's Donovan Smith,
man, because Mike Evans is the lead dog. You got to take the lead dog out, and then you worry about the others afterwards.
I think it's something that honestly it comes from the coaching staff in New Orleans, and I think it's great strategy. I mean, there's no other than hurting a player, which you don't want to see in any sport, purposely hurting a player. That's the best way to take somebody out of their game is get in their head mentally.
Bounty gate.
I mean, for instance, you could get Mike Evans, trying to be extra physical at the line of scrimmage and takes them off his focus of actually running his route. And it just completely takes off the timing of his offense and with Tom Brady, as well as his own offense and just trying to get open or finding spots in a zone. And right. I think part of the Saints scheme. And I think that's something that a lot of teams try to do. It's just some teams are better at it than others. And I think that's where the Saints really benefit, especially against Mike Evans, but the Buccaneers as a whole. And it doesn't help that they've been, dominating the Buccaneers for 12 years now.
Yeah. And I believe this team has more talent than it's played, than has shown when it has played the Saints previously, and I believe that it's not just that Lattimore and such are getting into the players' heads. And by the way, Donovan Smith seems to always, this is when he no shows, is against the Saints.
But that's another thing about that was what I was talking about. They're in his head too.
Right, they're in his head for sure. When Cam Jordan tweeted out when he got signed, when he signed his deal on a day that he's supposed to be happy, and Cam Jordan tweeted out to the rest of come back, he got signed again, we're gonna eat. That was it. But I think we've been going through the I think I can, Rick. I think I can. And we've been losing, but we've been getting closer. And there is a Brady effect that you see on this team. And I know they say it's the Patriot way about do your job. I've seen much. You tell me, you guys have seen it. I've seen much more do your job on this team.
Yes, this is where I'm trying to go. Okay, let me finish up this little bit here. What I'm trying to say is this: what I see is it's not just the players. I believe that the New Orleans coaching staff has gotten in the heads of the Buccaneer coaching staff, and the Buccaneers coaching staff changes the way that they coach. Like they're trying to outsmart, do something different, outthink, outgenius, whatever, and they're not just letting the players do what they do. So I think that's what happened in the second game. Now, having said all of that, I believe something happened. I'm going to say after the first Falcons win. In that time period, something changed with this team. And I have an opinion about it. I have no fact, okay? An opinion is Tom Brady sort of took more reins or control of this offense. And the way the offense started to run changed. Now, maybe it was the coaching staff. Look, I'm not going to sit here and pretend I know what's going on behind the scenes or I have some secret source that's giving me information. Okay, I'm not going to act like that. But I will tell you this. I believe that this offense is a different animal now than what the Saints saw previously. And what I believe can be the biggest advantage for the Buccaneers is this. When the Saints come in and think it's going to be like the previous times they've played and find out that it's not, how are the Saints going to handle that? When all of a sudden they're in a dogfight with a dog that's just about as big as them, how are they going to handle that? And that's what I'm interested in seeing, because I do believe this is going to be an entirely different animal. That's my head and heart are both saying that this game, look, if I'm honest with you, from my head, the Bucs lose by 3. From my heart, they win by 3. There's not that big of a swing there. Okay.
That's where I'm at.
Right. I think this has the potential to be a great game. Just one of the classic games where Brady and Breeze, where Breeze goes down swinging, throwing his last punches on the way down. I mean, that to me, that's how this game should go. That would be the poetic way to go out for Breeze.
Well, let me ask you this, Rick. When this same team that we're seeing now, now that those Saints games have happened a while ago, but the team that we're seeing right now, I think, and I'm going with your heart on this one, and here's the feeling that I have. I've seen it in every movie. You see it in all types of genres and everything. That listen, at some point, the bully gets punched in the mouth. The bully doesn't always get punched in the mouth by the person that they're bullying, but someone, knight in shining armor, someone comes along and punches the bully in the mouth. It's inevitable. So listen, I think if this is Sean Payton's way, as you're alluding to, and they've just gotten to the head of the players and things of that nature, most, if not all, of this regime from 3 years ago is just completely changed and different. I think the locker room is different. Listen, when we got rid of Gerald McCoy, I saw the defensive locker room change. The mentality of our defensive players is not the same. It's not, not necessarily an indictment on him. When you put somebody to be a leader that's not necessarily a leader, then you can hearken and say, oh, well, they're not a great leader.
Sean, you don't know my feelings about you. You do not need to apologize for anything you're saying right now, because I'll go out there. I mean, one of my biggest rants I've had since I've been a part of Bucs Report was about Gerald McCoy. And
well, look, let me give you this one thing. I want you guys to, Tyler, you jump in, Johnny, jump in on this one. this same Buccaneers team that we've been seeing for the last 3 weeks, if we lost to the Chiefs by 3, and everyone, for the most part, in the beginning of the season, Johnny, you know we've been here for a long time together and doing it and been on, on calls and shows and all that. Many people had that as one of our losses, no matter how many wins you have us having. They had us losing to KC, right?
Yeah.
When we only lost to that team by 3, and that Buccaneer offense did not look was not functional, anything. And we lost by 3. That was a talent. That was a talent not meshing loss. But this team that we have now can definitely go out. I think, guys, we've hit the transition. This team was always supposed to be the defense is going to carry us until the offense takes over. And somebody's been just putting a little bit of quick start, a little bit of kerosene, a little bit of this into this engine. And all of a sudden, I think Tom Brady's got this engine running, and we got some horses out here. And this team is not a team offensively that can't just put up points with you. So any stops that our defense get are great stops because we can now score with the best of them. And that's what, listen, early in that Bears game, the Saints were having all types of problems. Now, the Bears are a team, when it gets out of hand, they cannot go down and score. Brady showed us in the last couple of games that stop me a couple of times, I can still go down and score.
If you're up by 10, if you're up by, let's say, 14 on the Buccaneers going into the fourth quarter, you still better be on your A game. And that's the thing. Johnny, I'm going to need to make room for Harry.
All right,
can you call back in a little bit?
Yep.
Okay.
I want to say something that kind of aligns with what Deshaun said. There is, we lost the Chiefs by 3 points when we weren't even playing close to our best football.
Right.
We beat the Packers by 28 when we weren't even solidified as the new Buccaneers hardly yet.
Right.
So we've seen in the early part of the year what this team can be as a whole when both sides of the ball play well. And I still don't think we're there yet. And I think that honestly comes next year where both sides really begin to start clicking.
Tyler, that's what John is saying. I agree.
And I mean, if I'm not saying it's going to happen. Obviously, I hope it happens. But if that team shows up against the Saints, it's at this point with the way the Saints are playing, it's a walkthrough type of game.
Right.
But I think that's more of the Tampa Bay team we see next year when you have that training camp and you have that preseason and you have that offseason to work together. But we've seen what this team can do. And that was kind of going back to what Deshaun was saying about the Chiefs. We lost to the Chiefs by 3, the defending champions, that if there was one game on our schedule that everybody wrote us off on, it was the Kansas City game. And that game should have opened a lot of people's eyes. I mean, because we didn't play great football. We weren't great offensively at the time, and we lost by 3 points. And another thing I want to touch on is something you said a little bit ago, Rick, is how are the Saints going to react when this different animal of Tampa Bay football comes in and actually punches you back? Because that's not something the Saints under Sean Payton have seen out of a Tampa Bay football team. It's always been, we get to the first quarter, they roll us over, and we just lay down and we're done. So what happens when a team, when this Buccaneers punches back, hits the Saints in the mouth? How do the Saints react to that? Because like I said, that's something this Saints team under Sean Payton has yet to see.
Well, that to me is the biggest difference. And Harry, I'll be with you in just a quick second. But I want to talk about a couple of things here, a couple of comments that are made. Russell Weeks, you guys have been bringing it with the comments, though, and I have not been getting to these. Sorry, Russell. This week comes down to coaching point blank, BA plays versus Payton. I agree that this week comes down to coaching. I absolutely agree with that. Russell says the loss of Alex Kappa is a huge problem. We just can't be full strength. The loss of Vita Vea has cost us at least 2 games. All right. Khalif Young says the D needs to step up. Yes, absolutely. AB needs to have 10 catch, 150-yard game. And what happened to Godwin? What happened to Godwin? Look, there's the mystery. But listen, it's not going to happen again. So
it happens to everybody in the league at some point. That's
right.
He's
going to have a bad game at some point. He just had his first one in his career. I can let that slide.
It was the playoff jitters. It was guaranteed. I guarantee you.
Yeah.
We've seen so much out of Chris Godwin.
Yeah.
I could only even fathom that was playoff. Listen, he hasn't been here long enough to really be as, oh my gosh, we didn't make it. But listen, all week as you get these guys, you're in a locker room and it's looming around you that, oh my gosh, this playoffs play. You don't know how it's going to affect people. He wants to get out there and show that he's so great, and then he's dropping balls. And we haven't seen that out of him. He's not all of a sudden Juju Smith-Schuster. He can catch the ball, and I think this game we'll see him make all of those catches.
Yeah, I agree.
Rick, I think you're right. If we show up offensively, Tampa has something, because listen, the Saints have been running the NFC South for a long time, and it's not theirs anymore. And I'll say this one thing: I believe that the coach speak, and I always talk about coach speak. Bruce Arians has already said what Tyler was just talking about. Bruce Arians said, I wouldn't be happy with this season unless it's a hat and t-shirt. And guess what? To me, that means this season, but I don't think he really means Super Bowl, because that's where the coach speak comes in at. The coach speak is he wants this team. When we first saw it in the summertime, we saw all the picks and everybody that we were getting. Yep. It was, when you first drank the Kool-Aid, you started saying, oh, we're going to the Super Bowl because we got all these players. But once the team started playing and reality set in, I said to myself, this is a NFC championship team. That would be a good year for this team, NFC championship. If this team gets to the NFC championship, that is a great season for this particular team.
Harry is sitting here patiently not saying anything. Harry, I've not forgotten about you. I promise you I will get to you. I want to get through these comments, guys. Y'all hold off for a second, okay?
Go ahead.
All right, we have 3 number 1 receivers. We should be able to exploit that. Yes, agreed. That's absolutely the truth. All right, remember the Eagles, and this is what I want to get to. Remember the Eagles? It took us 3 freaking years to get past them. The Saints are the Eagles of our past. Russell, amen to that. You are 100% right. And I love this comment, the comment of the day so far by Tim Witherspoon. 90% of this battle will be half mental. Love that. Okay, the Bucs got to punch the Saints in the face. If we go position by position, the Bucs have the better roster. Agreed. This is on BA and Leftwich. That's why I said, let's see. We will probably be 4.5 underdogs if I had to guess. I believe it's 3.5, but Harry can tell us that in a second. And let's see. All right. Anyway, Johnny Dean says this season is where the season is where they use the whole playbook to see what works and what doesn't. During the end of the season, they have thrown out everything they believe doesn't work and use what it has with some twists. And Vortex says, regardless of the outcome, I think the Bucs have a lot more to look forward to next season, and the Saints are going to be in cap hell, and it really should be the Bucs division to lose next year. I agree, Vortex. I agree with that. But let's finish with this year. Now, finally, after patiently waiting and saying nothing and sitting there quietly, no doubt, about to swallow his microphone, Harry the Greek. How you doing, brother? Yeah. How you doing, man?
Pretty good, guys. How y'all doing tonight?
Good,
Sean,
good.
Tyler, Rick, what's happening?
Hey, what'd you have for dinner?
What did I have for dinner tonight? I ate. Wow, that's just 2 hours ago. What the hell? What did we eat tonight? Oh, yellow rice with a little bit of saffron in it, some peppers and onions. And I did something very easy, and I threw some wings in the air fryer.
Okay.
Put a nice little sauce on it. Got that little blue cheese kicking, and
you know, it's funny. Everybody acts surprised when I ask them that question on this show. Every single stinking person, everybody. Without what'd you have for dinner? What did I have for dinner? Like, you don't know it's coming, guys.
Oh, and of course I had some feta cheese too. Okay,
guys.
Of
course you had feta.
You know, with a slice of tomato. It's all Greek to me.
But so Harry.
Sir,
you are not as I'll use the word invested when it comes to the heart. Okay, the conversation tonight has been on honestly, what does your head say is going to happen, and what does your heart say is going to happen. You are not as invested when it comes to the heart, when it comes to this game. So you're pretty much in pretty much in your head, and I don't mean that in any way other than to say that's how you approach this. Let me ask you this. First of all, let me ask you one very just straightforward. What is the line on the game?
It was 4.5. It went to 4, 3.5, and now it's 3. The line's probably going to end up going back to 3.5 because they're begging you to bet the Bucks at that line right now because there's no juice. Meaning, if you bet 100, you're not laying 110 to get it. So that's telling me that Vegas is wanting everybody to start jumping on the bandwagon with the Bucks. And when it does, then it's going to go to 3.5 and possibly 4. So if I had to venture a guess, it's going to fall between the 3 and 4 line by
Okay,
game.
but right now it's 3, but it started at 4.5. Okay.
Correct.
So let me ask you this.
Oh, and by the way, that makes it right now that line. If this game was in Tampa, it would be pick'em.
Okay, let me ask you this. And let's set the line aside. Okay, let's talk straight up. Okay, so set the line aside. I know it's hard for you to do.
No, it's not.
Okay, let's talk straight up. Bottom line, what kind of chances do the Bucks have to win this game?
I'm glad you asked that. Let's go back to the first game against the New Orleans Saints. Tom Brady threw
No,
for
let's not.
No, really. There's a point to it. In the first game this season, new offense, no OTAs,
Right.
practices, no nothing.
Right.
The Bucks ran the ball 26 times. They had decent success. They didn't rush for a lot of yards, but New Orleans, let me tell you something. They played pretty good defense in that game. I rewatched that game yesterday, as a matter of fact. I had reasons for it. And I never do that. I never go back to old games, no more than further than 2 games back, but I had to see something. Play calling. They used a lot of play action. The defense played pretty decent. There were some unlucky breaks in that game, and they lost by like 8 or 9. Tampa actually had a couple of chances in that game. They weren't out of it. And New Orleans offensively did a really good job. Drew Brees looked like a better quarterback. He ran the play action real well. He was hitting everything in the flats. Round 2, back here in Tampa, season low. 4 rushes, 1 kneel down. They've set an all-time record, if I'm not mistaken, for actually rushing attempts. And that game got out of hand because back then, when I was on your show, we were all clamoring to see more of a running game.
Yeah, just a little bit, weren't we?
What happened between then and now, Drew Brees broke 100 ribs. Okay, I mean, all right, I mean, it's up to 100 now, from what I understand. It might even be 120. Okay.
120.
Okay.
He got hit so hard his mom's ribs broke.
And I watched the Washington game. Now, I'm taking the long path here because there's a reason for it. Washington's defense was nullified by Tampa's offense. Tampa's defense didn't look all that sweet to me when I was watching Washington. They made 2 key plays to this game. My game ball in that last game against Washington goes to Minter, the backup linebacker.
He had a game and a half, didn't he?
One play changed the entire the whole outcome of this game. In the first quarter, when they were bringing him around the edge and he couldn't get to the quarterback, he stuck his big paw up, and the 2 tips of these fingers ended up touching a football that went right into Bunting's arms, which gave Tampa a very short field. Tampa went down and scored. Everybody's like, that's it. Tampa's running away with it. Here comes Washington's offense. Right downfield, scored a touchdown. Bonehead play, Washington. Ron Rivera calls for an onside kick. Gives Tampa another short field.
Right.
Okay? This was not a pretty win. All in all, it was a win. Godwin with 5 passes that were dropped. That's never going to happen again. Okay? I'm tired of hearing the pundits out there actually talking about what happened to Chris Godwin. He had a bad game.
Right.
Deshaun, I'm sure you played ball. I played ball. Tyler, I don't know about you. I was a receiver. There was a game that I dropped quite a few passes, but I was always known for my hands. Look, the young men that are playing on this team, they were lucky they drew this team because it enabled them to get by with the win. They were much better than what they showed on the field. Okay, so for that, what I'm saying is
without the Vaughn fumble made the game look a lot closer than it was supposed to be.
And you know what? Unpopular opinion I'm going to make, this trial and error with this young man, Keyshawn Vaughn, He's not there yet. The stage is too big for him.
Agreed.
The experiment is over. Shame on Shady McCoy for catching whatever it is, a toenail that's bothering him in his foot. This is why you brought him in. This guy has the most experience in the playoffs. He's a great runner. He's a great receiver out of the backfield. They really could have used his services. So whatever the case was, if I was Bruce Arians, he wouldn't even be on my roster this week. Okay.
Well, as soon as Vaughn lost the ball, I said, and now we won't see Keyshawn Vaughn again for the rest of the season.
No.
And
that was it.
Yeah.
You shouldn't.
Now,
He's outclassed at this point. He definitely is. I agree with Harry.
Yeah.
So let's fast forward. We were all hoping the Chicago Bears, who actually fell to a 12-point underdog to the New Orleans Saints in New Orleans. They were missing Jalen Johnson, which is their rookie corner, who took the place of Prince Amukamara. They missed their nickel corner in God, my brain's not Buster Screen. And forget about it. They're missing arguably their best defensive player in Roquan Smith in the middle. He's the quarterback of that defense. Okay. On the offensive side, you're still banged up on the offensive line, but playing a lot better because this unit's been together for like 4 or 5 weeks. The running game has been absolutely not out of sight. It's been really, really running well. So what did I see in this game? And this is where I'm going to get to with Tampa. Drew Brees is a shell of himself. Chicago, shame on New Orleans for not putting up a 40-burger on this defense. When I tell you that this defense played out of their absolute minds against this team, they game planned against him tremendously. Probably mid part of the fourth quarter, the air started coming out of the balloon. Do you realize that Manti Te'o was playing middle linebacker for the Chicago Bears? Anybody know how long it's been since he's taken a snap in the National Football League? By the way, someone needs to send him a fruit basket because Taysom Hill, he don't feel too good this week.
He'll send one to himself and just say it came from someone else.
No, I'm serious. Oh, yeah. Someone needs to send Manti Te'o a fruit basket for him for what he did to Taysom Hill because it was well-deserved. I'm not saying this because I'm a homer. The Bears could have won this game. There were 7 holding penalties that were not called. There was a mysterious 15-yard penalty for tossing a football after a catch over the DB's head, and it hit the official right.
Because they were saying he threw it at the guy. Right.
So instead of having first and goal at the 9-yard line to change the complexity of the game, it pushed them back. Mitch Trubisky and that offense was not equipped to handle what New Orleans was pushing on them on defense. New Orleans defense is absolutely for real, and they will give this Tampa team a very difficult time trying to run the football. They're going to harass Brady a little bit. They're not facing a defensive line like they faced in Washington. So I have no issues with Brady standing upright in the pocket in this game because you know what? Mitch is a little bit more mobile, but for some reason, the Bears decided to let Matt Nagy call plays in this game. Tyler, did you know this?
I did.
After 6 weeks of really pressing football, he decided that he was going to pick up the playbook and said, Mitch, you're going to be a pocket quarterback today. I'm sitting there screaming at the TV screen with Peter Blake in my room, and Ray sitting here going, why isn't he rolling out?
Did he say Mitch or bitch? I was really sure.
Okay. Anyway, long story short, these are the keys of the game. Do I think Tampa has a chance in this game? Oh, yeah, big time. I really do. And I'm looking for reasons why they can't win this game, and I can't come up with not one. And that is from a handicapper's perspective. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I want to touch on something. You know, I didn't want to go back and allude to the first 2 games against the Saints too much. And I want to say why I'm not looking at those 2 games when it comes into talking about this specific game. The first game of the year, we lost by 13 points to the Saints off of no off season, no spring, no preseason. Yep. And we ran into a team that's been, this Saints team has been the same team
for years. Right.
For 13 years. The second time we played them, to me, that was the same game that we put on the Packers. It's one of those fluke wins. Yeah, we lost, we beat the snot out of the Packers. But if we run into Aaron Rodgers again, I can promise you we're not going to have that same type of game. You know what I mean? It's just one of those fluke games.
You don't count that when you look back at if we play the Packers again, you'll let that go.
Right. Packer fans, I feel like Packer fans are going to look at that if we were to run into the Packers again, aren't going to look at that last game because they know that's not the real Aaron Rodgers. We know that wasn't the real Buccaneers team when we last played the Saints. It was one of those games. It happens to everybody. And you just move on. You just push that one aside, move on to the next week. So that's why I'm not looking at these past games against the Saints, because I'm looking more at who is the team that Tampa Bay is now and who are the Saints now. And like Rick said, the Bears had a very good chance to win that game. If you hold the Saints to 14 points through 3 quarters, you should probably be leading in that game. And who knows what happens if Wims catches that ball, because we know momentum is a real thing. Who knows what the outcome of that is, because you could see it take the wind out of the sail of that entire team. Right. And then one more thing I want to touch on the comments before I turn it over to somebody else here is I know everybody's saying it's a BA versus Peyton matchup. To me, I don't see it as much as that way, because I think Tom Brady knows this is why we brought him here. Like, this is one of those games where Tom Brady can say, this is why I'm here. I'm not losing. And I think if it gets to the point where he has to absolutely take over, I still think he has that gear in him and he has all those weapons. And I think he just gets us over that edge for a game like this, especially after coming off of 2 losses like we did against the Saints. That's why I mentioned earlier, Rick, that it's hard to beat a team 3 times, especially a team like this Buccaneers team. I just don't see Tom Brady. It's just the competitive nature in him. I know they all have it. Drew Brees has it, but I think Tom Brady knows this is why we brought him here. And I just think it's just that little bit of extra motivation for him. So do I think we're going to
go ahead. Sorry. What was
I was just going to say, do I think we're going to blow the Saints out? No, absolutely not. I think it's going to be a close game, but I think it's one of those games where we realize why we brought Tom Brady here, and he gets us over that hump.
Contraire, Mr. Tyler. I absolutely, and I don't want to, I'm not trying to interrupt you, Rick. And this is what I was getting to. I don't see this game being close by the third quarter. I am not kidding you. I'm talking by 18 to 21 points by the end of the third quarter. New Orleans is bringing 0 on offense in this game. And the reason why I watched these 2 previous games, because I never go back for handicapping reasons, New Orleans did nothing different from game 1 to game 2. Nothing. They played the exact style defense that they did against Tampa as they did against Chicago. Every play, literally.
Well, Rick, all right, you're often right, so I hope so.
Let me say this,
Harry.
Let me say this. Okay, Harry, God, I hope you're right. But I mean that's all heart talking. Okay, all heart is telling me, oh, please let him be right. Please let him be right. But let me say that. Look. That I believe we've spoken a great deal on my shows about momentum, and the Bucs have a great deal of momentum, but so do the Saints. And you're talking. This is what's going to be interesting: is the Saints have been riding at a peak of momentum, but the Bucs are meeting them there, and that's what I find interesting, because you've got you really have 2 teams that are both that both are right now playing, and this is cool football when you think about it. I mean, you have 2 teams playing at their best right now, and you can say the Saints aren't playing at their best. They really are. Okay, they're
defensively. I agree with that. Offensively, they're a shell of themselves when they faced Tampa in their last game. I mean, it's that apparent.
Well, they were in the last game as well, I believe, because they had Taysom Hill. That was his first game. I just think they're not a shell of that, but I think what's happening is it's obvious that the Saints are primarily a defensive team now. Okay, they are primarily a defensive team now. There's nothing wrong with that.
So was Washington. Let me just throw that out there. So was Washington.
Harry,
this is a different animal. This Tampa
about the Washington game, though. I mean,
that's what made me a believer in this offense. I'm telling you, And Tyler, I appreciate the compliment, but I appreciate the compliment putting me over there. You really want me to be correct on this, and I am touting this now, and I promised myself I wasn't giving any picks on any platform unless it was Monday, Wednesday, and Friday show with Peter Blake's show. Okay. But I am telling you now, this is my game of the year. I cannot believe, and I'm praying to God it goes to 4 or even 5, because that just makes the money line go up higher. I'm not even taking the points. I understand everything is stacked against this team. Tampa is winning this game. The end. Unless they carry Brady off on a stretcher, God forbid.
Crap.
Mike Evans doesn't play. Godwin doesn't play. Ronald Jones and Fournette get carried off the field. There is no way they are losing this game.
Follow that up, Sean.
Well, listen,
So,
guys.
thanks for tuning in. We gotta go.
Yeah, look, right?
Everybody on this show just is now like, thanks, Harry. Okay, let's bring Jacob
Go
in.
at it.
Let's bring Jacob in. Jacob, holy crap.
Harry, I'm here to back you. Harry, I'm here to back
There's
you.
no way to follow that. There's no way you're going to follow that.
What if I come in and I say that I completely and 100% agree with Harry and have been saying this all week?
Hold on, I got to take my heart medicine. Hold on. Here. Viagra.
This is something that I've been saying since Sunday, is that I'm watching the Saints play the Bears, and in no way, shape, or form am I impressed with what the Saints are doing offensively in the slightest.
Okay, so I'm going to hop in. Let me say something because I want to point something out. And Deshaun, you'll understand this. Tyler, you'll understand this. I understand this. Jacob, when he thinks about it, will understand this. Okay?
But Harry's not smart enough because I'm Greek. But go ahead.
You'll understand why I'm saying this, okay? Okay, it's because our teams have sucked. That's the difference, okay?
So is mine.
Well, listen, not as bad, Harry. Sorry, you can't compare to the Jets and the Bucks. so listen. Every Buccaneers fan in here is going, oh, my head says we're in trouble.
Hey, I'll tell you what.
Fans, okay? Jacob and I can make you feel better. Just go to a 2-shot for me and Jacob. We'll just take over. Listen. The Bucks fans are all like, "Oh my gosh, it's Buccaneer." I'm telling you, man, it's Bucks traumatic stress disorder. I'm telling you, it's what it is. It's what we've been through for years and years and years and years. And then what do? You have Jacob comes in, and Jacob, he can come in completely. And I know you know what I'm talking about. Like if I said, "Man, I think the Jets are going to be good next year," you're going to be like, "Oh, shut up."
Yeah, come on.
So, I mean, this is just how it goes. So, Harry, the Bears fan, can come in because Harry, every few years they go to a Super Bowl or whatever. It's like, okay, we're in the playoffs again. Yeah, whatever. When we go to the playoffs, it's like, oh my God, we're in the playoffs. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is, it's funny that you have the 3 Buccaneers fans who are going, oh man. the 2 other people are coming in here and going, y'all are gonna beat them.
Beat them. You guys are gonna smoke them.
And part of that is
as they say in the South, they're gonna stop a mud hole in their ass. Plain and simple.
As Buccaneers fans, we've watched what the Saints have done to the Buccaneers for 13 years. So we feel, as Buccaneers fans, no matter how poorly you guys have looked at the Saints in the last 3 or 4 weeks offensively, something in us tells us that Drew Brees is throwing for 4 touchdowns. Kamara's got 2 on the ground. It's just what happens.
Listen, hey, I'll tell you this. I look at this game, and it's one of those things where you just know, listen, the divisional teams that you play, let's take Brady, for example, because Jacob's going to know this. Listen, as you watch all these teams that are playing and you get to play Brady and you watch teams that play Brady because, when you're scouting them and things of that nature, you got to think, listen, the teams that you play most often know you the best. Yeah. And they don't just know, players are changing. Guess what? They know all of your players' tendencies that have been here. You don't have to watch film that many times. If you guys listen to Tristan Wirfs' cut on what he was talking about going against Sweat, he played him in college. So he's like, oh, yeah, I played him. And when I watched this film, and look, Worse obviously was watching film back in college. When he watched the film again, he said, "Oh yeah, he only added this game." That's it. It doesn't take forever. And like Harry said, they may not go back. Normal scouting is only going to go back 2 to 3 weeks, because from week to week you're changing little things, and those are the things that we want to watch. But I have to say it, Rick, that if there's any intangible, it just has to be the Tom Brady effect. And it just, listen, if Mike Evans is having a conundrum over there with Latimer, and he's just out of the game, guess what?
Who?
I see.
Who's he going to have a conundrum with? Who?
Listen, exactly.
Marshawn Lattimore? For real?
Listen,
please.
It's going to be Godwin, AB. He's going to go to Gronk. Because listen, Gronk didn't catch last game. He didn't have a catch. So he's definitely going to get a catch, probably a tug in this game. And look for Brady to utilize Mike. And we've seen Brady do two things. He's used Mike, and then he's went away from Mike. He's not James. I said it. Curses. I got to do push-ups. He's not J-Dub. He's not going to do it.
5 push-ups, brother. Now, let's see him.
I got 10. Let me move the camera
down. Put the camera down.
Brady Bunch. We're about to go full on Brady Bunch. Hold on.
Brady Bunch.
Everybody's coming in.
Oh,
Let's go, guys.
Okay. First of all, Brian.
How are you?
Brian?
Look at this Bucks team talking about themselves. A team that can't beat a great quarterback and a great running back and a great defense.
Who, Tampa can't?
Nope. They already got beat twice.
They just beat. Did you see the Packers game? All right, you're out of here. Bye.
Get him out of here.
Get that punk out of here.
He's an idiot. He's gone. Bye-bye. Okay. Now let's see
Who
how
was
he
that?
hangs in the lobby thinking he's going to come back. Okay. Day 74 lockdown. Mike DeRoche, what'd you have for dinner?
Homemade chicken tacos.
Oh, nice. That works. Johnny Dean, we've already asked you, so what you got for me, brother?
We was talking earlier about the guard position.
Yep.
I guess after Sunday that they went and got Watford from Arizona, and he's just waiting to pass the COVID thing now.
Yeah, I know he's not starting, though.
No, but that's evidently they're looking for a future. Evidently, they plan on going on into the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
How about the guy that played for the Colts last week, lost, and then signs with the Packers this week and starts? That's awesome. This guy is getting to the Super Bowl no matter what. Win, lose, or draw, he's going to the Super Bowl.
He's going to get there, doggone it.
If the Packers lose this week, that guy will be a Chief by Monday.
Or a Buck.
And did Harry ever knock on wood after he opened his mouth with that?
You know what? Harry doesn't need to. He's Harry. He listen. The one thing I love about it is that Harry speaks. He doesn't just like throw out things from emotion. Like that's what's funny is with everybody else I have to say, what's your head saying? What's your heart saying? Harry's just gonna look, guys, this is what I really think, and that's what that's what gets me so excited. You know, when he says this stuff it's just. I mean, I know he means it.
Well, I try to do that, but I usually get kicked off shows when I do.
Hey, Jacob, isn't it funny that we're sitting in a panel here and the 5 of them look like prostitutes shaking like prostitutes in church? I mean, I'm serious. This is hilarious, guys. If you really think about it.
No, that's what I was laughing about.
Guys, this is going to be a rocking chair game. Get the popcorn out because I'm telling you it's going to be fun.
Can I? Rick, I know this isn't my show, but I'm going to formally invite Brian Pearson back on the show after the Bucks whoop the Saints next Sunday.
Can you ask him to do one thing, though? Can he get out of bed at least?
I know. Well, that's the thing is, you know what? I was really nervous about what was about to happen with him in bed. He's like kicking back in his like, you know, the white T-shirt that's been washed so many times and it's so thin. You like you can see his 4 chest hairs through it. You know, and his mom's upstairs, busy yelling at him. I was like, "Oh my god!"
But you're not laying down, okay? I'm not getting to see your neckline and your. At least I can see the top of your hat. Where's your mask, by the way?
His Pornhub, I think, basically got shut down, so now he's got nothing to do. So he has our show. You know, I mean, he's down in his mom's basement. He's got to make a phone call. What do you know?
Hey, Mike, just curious. Where's your mask?
What?
My mask?
Yeah, your mask. Aren't you supposed to be wearing a mask all the time up in Canada?
Oh, when I'm outside, yeah.
They don't let him out of the room.
This is something
Mask in the room.
this
Mike.
is something I'm actually very curious about. Mike, how come your blanket is always in the same position? Do you every time you're on the show, I've noticed it, the blanket hasn't moved. You always sleep on the floor on top of it.
He wakes up the exact same way every single day.
So I want to say, guys,
Are those Blackhawks? Wait a minute. Hey, hang on. Time out. Mike, please get out of the shot. Move your chair because I think I see something. Oh my God! Hail to the Blackhawks! Hail!
It's a carpet.
Yeah, it looks like one of those toilet rubs. But I want to bring up something, okay? I want to bring up something. I want to talk about, and it's something Harry brought up. Kevin Minter. What a freaking beast in the last game.
I think I said this. When I was on the show, I was like, I was watching some because I obviously am on Bucks Report all the time. I'm like, I need to know these Bucks players. So I watched some of Minter's film and stuff, and just looked back on some of the stuff he's done. I told you he's a really solid guy against the run. Yeah. And he's a good player, and he obviously is not to the level of Devin White, but he's certainly a really, really talented player.
He has this fantastic game, and now he's out with COVID.
Yeah, it sucks. That's the season for you.
Yeah, he's out with COVID, but White's back.
Oh, wait a minute. No Minter?
No, but Minter.
Oh, no.
Harry would like to change his prediction.
I got to change my prediction. They're going to win by only 14 now.
He wasn't going to play anyway, dude, because White is back.
It was a joke.
3 assists. 3 of 6 assists and 6 combined tackles.
Brian Pearson says. Where is this? Hold on. You kicked me off your show because you don't want to hear the truth. We got a good running back, a good offense, in a good quarterback to go to quarterbacks.
Oh, Brian, come on back on. You're a New Orleans Saints fan.
Brian, you can't. You speak, and now for our English-speaking friends, I have no idea what you just said. Okay, I'm not quite sure what just happened.
I think he's from the Bayou, sir.
Holy cow, man! What the heck just happened? Wait, this belongs to my segment. Hold on.
I speak Cajun.
This is whatever. What I don't even know what kind of a fan this guy is, but how about this is stupid crap trolls say?
No, but seriously, all you got to do is say, "Y'all too." Y'all too. How about it, Brian? Y'all too. You know what it means.
The YouTube section is just going off right now. Are you talking?
We're kidding you, man. That's all.
Tampa Bay fans kick off New Orleans Saints fans because you're scared to hear the truth about their team. Listen, man, Brian, when we learn English, give us a call back. But right now, we don't have a translator, or if you have a translator, or can at least tell us what language you're speaking, we'll be happy to have you back on. I'll find a translator.
You're the reason why we were happy about, one, the Minneapolis Miracle, and two, that there was no pass interference call in that Rams game. You, sir, are the reason for that.
This is why we know that Louisiana has the worst education system. Maybe Mississippi's worse. I'm not sure. But
that's why I said I speak Cajun.
Yeah.
Out too, and he's going to respond.
Cajun is yeah.
Saints fans act like they've been to the Super Bowl every single year for the last however long, as if they haven't lost every game in glorious fashion.
How many Super Bowls do the Saints have?
We're waiting.
The Bucks, just like the Bucks. So I don't know, buddy. I don't know. I mean, what is cool is, how before the season started, we all heard about how, look, he's a 43-year-old quarterback. His arm is falling off. He can't perform anymore. He's not that good anymore. You can't expect it from him anymore. And we all thought they were talking about Brady, but apparently they were talking about Breeze. So, I mean, we do get to see what would have happened if the people were right about Brady. we get to see what would have been
You know,
like
he
by
has a
watching
point.
Drew Brees.
He has a point. Did anybody see that game last week? I mean, Breeze, oh my God. He just looked so fabulous in that game. It was just unbelievable. He was hitting receivers and missing them by 10 yards at a clip. I mean, I don't know. Tyler, you saying that right?
Ready? You guys ready?
Oh, jeez.
When you guys get beat on Sunday, I will have a box of tissues. You've already got a box of tissues. Come on, you're laying back there in that grandpa
Right,
t-shirt.
next to your bed.
All you needed was a little bow wow in the background when
you
you
need
came
some
on.
you need some 70s porn music in the
Yes,
back.
when you came on, it would have been the perfect. You had the 70s porn stash. I mean,
Hey.
Don't
We
insult
have our own
the
porn
stash.
stash here.
I have never shaved this stash, just to let you know.
And why does he say, when you guys be on Sunday, I will have a box of tissues so you can cry on them. We already beat you 2 times in a row. That's what I didn't realize. He's on the team.
He's a freaking inbred hillbilly.
Hey, that's not nice.
That's the most I've ever heard Mike say.
Mike, you know, listen.
I'm fixing to add you to all my trash talker groups, buddy.
I understand. But just for anybody that's curious, he's north of the border, okay? So you can't do anything about
Harry,
that.
you can't fix stupid. I'm sorry.
Hey,
There's the winning moment.
Rick,
I think Mike is a replacement.
Can you do me a favor? Can you cut and paste this for Sunday's show? You
That's
can
a
start
soundbite.
with it and end with it.
That's a
Okay.
soundbite forever.
And you know what? You got to bring my kitty cat up just one time. Just please, right across the screen. Do it for me, bro. Do it. Do it for me, please.
No,
No, you got to do it,
I don't
Rick.
have it on the. I can't. You're on the wrong show. I don't have it loaded.
Sorry, guys.
It's great because that's exactly who I imagine New Orleans Saints fans to be. Like the guy that sits up on the couch. He's got some burrito crumbs on him,
Hold
missing some teeth. On the mom's basement couch.
Wait, Rick, it just keeps getting better. Can we keep pulling these comments up because
Hang on. Here it is. Wait a minute.
Hold on. Wait.
That's how New Orleans wins. Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. That was too long of a pass. There you go.
We have,
They have two good quarterbacks.
Two good quarterbacks. What do you have? Tom Brady and the husband. We already took one of your quarterbacks, Jameis Winston.
So we gave you him.
Yes, maybe you do have 2 good quarterbacks, but they would be. Well, yeah. Which 2 are you talking about? Because
I think it might be the only 2 I can think of are Taysom Hill and Jameis Winston. Because Drew Brees.
I was going to say maybe like Michael Thomas could step in and be decent. I don't know.
Listen, hey, I want to say this, Brian. If you love backup quarterbacks so much, I bet you Harry's got some advice on somebody you could probably go get from San Francisco right now.
Oh, my God. Everybody with me. 1, 2, 3. Josh Rosen.
Pretty good.
Blaine
Josh
Gabbert.
Rosen.
Josh Rosen.
Rosen.
Now, Brian.
Oh my God! These
Now,
are
Brian,
fantastic.
look down. Look down. Did it work?
Hold
Didn't
on.
work.
Hold on.
Underrated. Rob Gronkowski won a championship,
Rob-
the WWE 24/7 title. That's all he's ever gonna get. Yeah. What about like his 3 Super Bowls that he got with the Patriots?
A dumb hillbilly.
Wait, go on. Wait. James Root is also another guy in these YouTube comments that's really going off.
Okay,
Tampa
hold on.
has not been to the playoffs in over a decade. You sound like a bunch of delusional sycophants. Your so-called savior going home on Sunday.
Yeah, he's coming back home for 2
Oh,
days. He's
yeah.
going to come home for 2 days to get ready to go to Green Bay.
You know what? Full screen me for this, Rick.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. Here we
Give me
go.
with full screen. He's gonna go home. He's gonna kiss his son on the mouth and then whoop your team's ass. That's what
I feel like I feel like James.
I'll be right back.
I feel like James and the other guy are good friends, and he's laying at the other end of the couch, like clipping his toenails for him or something. Like that's what James does. That's who James is. These two are a tandem. Hey, but the good news is we did find this guy's translator because this is much better.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
James, come on the show, buddy.
Please
Oh my God, that's awesome.
bring your tobacco with you.
What's that?
Bring your spit jar with you.
I can't hear you. Hold on. What happened?
Bring your spit jar with you.
Wow. that picture of him was
Ka-ting.
laying there in his white t-shirt, in his mom's basement with his buddy clipping his toenails,
Oh,
grapes, peeling
I wish,
grapes.
I wish we could find fans like this every week that can come in on here and just misspell and try to talk as much crap as they can, and we can just pick them apart.
Oh my gosh. I mean, seriously. I want you to think about this. Which of you guys has enough time to where you seek out shows from the other team so you can sit and listen to other people talk about the other team?
Rick, I'm gonna be completely honest. I haven't found another show like this one before. This is to credit Bucks Report in general. There is not another website that I can think of that produces shows like this one.
Right.
There's not another fan base that can do it, and it's really great. So I love when people. This is my favorite time. Is when people they come on, they try and tell us we're wrong, but don't know like they're telling us in like a foreign language. Like, I'm in New Jersey. I don't speak Cajun. I don't know. Like I don't speak shrimp. I don't know what to.
Here we go. The only reason you want to a playoff game because you played the stinky Washington team that had a bad record. That's critical. How many catchy Rob Gronkowski have? None. Zero.
I can't wait till we find out how good this Rob Gronkowski guy is.
Yeah, apparently he's a WWE champion.
Rob Gronkowski. Okay, hold on. We got Harry back. Hold on. Harry, you missed
guys.
another great comment, brother.
No. I just had take heart, little lady. I'll go fix his wagon. I had to go relieve myself a little bit out there down yonder.
You missed it, Harry.
Bring it back.
Tyler said a picture that since there's two guys, James, we're talking about James, he goes, I picture him laying at the foot of the other guy's bed, Brian's bed, cutting his toenails while he's on here.
Or a tandem.
Hey guys, he's wearing his mom's t-shirt.
Oh my gosh. And the lack of ability to spell is staggering. I mean, it's really staggering.
I will tell you this right now. If the Bucks win the Super Bowl, I will get a Rob Gronkowski jersey customized.
And hold on, and I'll pay for it too. Because all six of us are going to have them. Because this Gronkowski
shirts.
One more, the last one. Oh, please.
And he's gonna
hold on. Wait till Alvin Kamara runs. Oh, come on, idiot!
Oh,
you don't
35 yards, right?
Go talk to Antonio Gibson. Go write him home and tell him.
Put him on the screen, please. Put him on the screen.
Yeah.
Who?
I'm begging you.
Oh, he's not on the screen anymore.
Yeah.
He went away.
Brian, come back and play. Don't go anywhere, Brian. We like you. Hang on. I'm going to check the water. It's warm. Come on in.
Tim, you're right. We got to teach this guy about the Bucks hooked on phonics style. That's
You have a great for education.
Wow.
You got a purty mouth. That's the type of guy he is. That's it. You got a purty mouth.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You sure do got a purty mouth. You sure do got a purty mouth, James.
You know, I'm a little jealous too because I've never kissed my sister. And
listen, I gotta say this. I don't want to know what he had for dinner.
Rick. Hey, Rick.
Yeah.
You got to get what was the name? Deliverance tune, man.
Oh my gosh, yes. All right, I will have that in my next show. I will have that on for my next show.
Rick,
yeah.
Can you please do words of wisdom from Brian Peterson's mouth?
Rick, Rick, there's writers for the show all over here right now. We got Tyler. Tyler should get you're getting paid for all the royalties from that part of the segment, all that part of the show.
Somebody find a way to get one of Brian's pictures.
Brian, can you please send us a picture?
Hey, just call the FBI.
Oh, God.
Brian spelled something right and it was wrong. He spelled
Look on
who's
the-
that instead of
What's
who
that?
that.
Brian.
He actually spelled something right in the last one. He says who's that instead of who that.
Who that?
Who dat?
Who did-
Brian, I didn't go away.
Rob Gronkowski. The only thing Rob Gronkowski.
That's the only good thing
Oh,
he's ever
man.
done.
Hey guys,
love
hold on,
Rob.
hold on. I got something for everybody.
Okay.
Thanks, Harry. You're all heart.
Hold on. This is now, Brian. I know you're dancing.
Come on, Brian.
You can't help yourself.
Come on, Brian.
You got a dirty mouth, boy.
Go sing.
10 more seconds.
Why is it all of our butts are puckering and Brian's is just loosening up?
My butthole doing this.
Oh man, yeah, I will be grabbing. I'll be doing a screen grab
Hey, Harry, is
for
that
Brian for this.
Yeah,
Listen, everybody,
you are-
Sunday night at 9:00. Come back here. Or no, we can't
To
Sunday
hear
at 9.
Brian
No,
Pearson.
darn it. Here's the thing: Saturday night at 9:00. Come back here, and we'll
Who
have a
Dat
very
Nation.
special Brian Pearson segment. Okay.
this guy's a freaking
Rick,
chicken?
Rick, if you're doing words of wisdom with Brian Pearson, you're gonna need a black Sharpie as well. You're gonna need at least one black Sharpie.
You know, Brian, we're actually no, seriously. The 6 of us are very, very nice guys. We're just poking a little bit of fun.
Harry,
We,
we're
but
assholes.
we
No,
do.
no,
But seriously, we really
Speak for
want
yourself,
you.
Harry.
No. I at least I apologize. I want him to come on because I really want you to come on Sunday night, please.
I promise you, he'll be on Sunday night.
Okay, please.
He will
you're-
be
you're-
on Sunday
Give me
night.
2 seconds. Rick, give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
Oh no, dueling banjos.
He will be on Sunday night.
Did you see the look on Jacob's face when I started playing that song? Because he's never heard the song.
He has no idea what that's all about.
Tyler, you know what that's from, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, just curious.
Wow.
The movie, Brian even knows it's from his backyard. Deliverance.
Russell
Oh my
Weeks.
gosh. Brian knows the movie for sure. Brian lives it.
Swamp people.
Who won
Russell.
the division this year in the South? The New Orleans Saints. Tampa Bay got in with a wild card. Holy crap. Hold on. That is
Everything is spelled correct.
breaking news. Thanks for breaking that news, Brian.
Everything is spelled correct.
What's that?
I said everything's spelled correct. He's getting better by
Somebody's
the
helping him. Mom's in the basement.
No.
Oh man.
He's doing
Oh,
talk
man.
back.
Wait, here we go. Keep talking. We will see your savior on the podium. You're the one with Jameis saying, "Wait till next year." We going all the way, aka a Brady apologist.
What does that mean? You
Okay, wait. Here's a challenge. Okay, James, without looking it up, you know he's gonna look it up. Without looking it up, what does AKA mean? Because you just used it wrong, my friend.
Hey, James, can we get a picture of you for the following week, by the way, please?
What's that?
I said, James, can we get a picture of you for the following week,
Hold
please?
on, here we go.
No way.
you got a banjo?
No, that's a Canadian banjo. You're right.
That's good enough.
This guitar hasn't been used in 15 years.
Holy cow, man.
Where did Jacob go? He was playing my favorite song. I was going to actually enjoy some beignets.
I don't know. Hold on. I don't know what just happened. There we go. I don't know what happened.
I'm back. My
Okay.
guitar is very out of tune, guys. I'll fix it.
Bro, he must be a witch. He reappeared. He had a guitar in his hand, and all of a sudden he appeared.
It's gone.
Are you down there doing that voodoo bayou
Wow.
crap?
Oh,
He's
man.
down there with
Wow.
Man,
Jacob's over there with
why'd you
Cotton
say
Eye Joe.
that? Why'd you say that? I gotta say this, man. You know, Jets fans are really good at doing the disappearing act and stuff.
Oh, no, that's the Jets team, not the fans.
Sorry.
Except when it matters in week 16 when they show up.
Oh, we get it. We get it. We suck at
Brian.
football. We get it.
Brian,
Except when it matters in week 16 and they want to lose the number 1 pick, then they show up.
Exactly. We're so bad, and we're awful that we can't even lose. It's
Hey, I actually do want to bring this up.
Brian, come on back on. Put on some clothes or something, though. I mean, like,
and like set your camera up somewhere that like isn't you like taking
Yeah, I don't
like
want you
you like
lounging
you like it looks like you're about to take like a nude photo to like your to it looks like you're about to send a nude photo to James. Like, can you please just hop back on here like with your camera like perched up somewhere,
just sit
have
up.
a conversation.
yeah,
Just
get up, put some clothes on.
we would
you
love
know,
to talk.
Shirt was an egg.
Hey,
What's that?
Jacob.
Come on, cut the
Jacob.
guy some
Jacob,
slack,
sharp
guys. He's tired. He just got done working at Jiffy Lube, okay?
He's not tired. Well, he's got James like, making sure he feels all, massaged.
He's giving him the Robert Kraft special is all we're gonna say about that one.
Robert Kraft.
Whoa.
Oh.
Nice.
Cuddling on the couch.
Hey,
I just
Jacob, I
wanted-
do want to ask you a serious question quick.
Yes.
How about the Eagles being the front runner, or Adam Gase being the front runner for the Eagles job? Did you see that?
So I
Get
saw that.
this.
Wait,
There-
so I saw
there's-
that.
They're going to
Please tell me
switch
you're kidding.
coaches. No, they're going to switch coaches.
Everything
I
I'm
just
hearing
heard
is
that.
that it's not necessarily true. But
Okay. well, I
No,
hope
no,
that
no,
because you-
no, okay. Now, guys, I'm actually going to bring this back to serious Bucks talk for a second, okay?
Why?
I'm going
I
to
like
bring
it
this
better.
back to serious Bucks talk. Is Todd Bowles is also interviewing in Philly, so that we did Atlanta and Philly. Is Todd Bowles becoming like seriously? Is Todd Bowles coming back?
Yeah, I don't know.
maybe.
He's,
But,
he's not going
I-
to be a head coach anytime soon.
Okay.
But I also know. I don't know if he fully retired, but I know Chuck Pagano.
He retired.
He's done. He's fully retired.
Okay, so I mean, a little sweet talking. Maybe there's a refiller.
Wait, ready? Russell Weeks. Wait, Russell Weeks. Bucks fans, hide your goat and sheep. Saints fan in the chat.
Hey, there's
Okay.
a Greek in the chat, too. Just don't
We
make
don't-
them sheep noises,
We're
okay?
not going to hide our freaking quarterback. That's what the goat is. So come on, I mean, you want to talk trash about winning? You want to talk trash, Saints fan? You really want to talk trash about winning? Let's talk Tom Brady, idiot. Holy cow, man!
Back to
Really?
Todd Bowles. I think that's just to fill the Rooney role.
Okay. Well, I hope you're right.
Yeah, well, that's my key to.
Tim Witherspoon comes through again.
Tom Barry's husband.
I don't understand that comment,
He
Tim.
just finished his OnlyFans video. You don't know what OnlyFans is? It's what all these girls are, where you can go join their little private website. You can pay them, and they have private videos that you can watch or things like that if you pay them.
And you pull your goalie?
I had
Just
to,
spell it out
I,
no clearer than that. We have Jacob on the show.
Yeah.
Harry's like,
I
Harry's
had
wife
to
is
say that.
yeah.
My wife is in the other room,
Yeah,
guys.
Harry's like, what's OnlyFans? I don't know what that is. As loud as he can. Yeah.
Oh God, hold on. This is a great one, guys. Tom Brady already set a couple months ago. If you don't re-sign him, he wants to go to New Orleans.
Oh
He
my
does.
God.
Yeah, that's it. He's going. That's it. You're right, Brian. Where did you? Breaking news.
Thank you, Brian
Right.
Schefter.
You're right. He does want to go to New Orleans. He's going this week to kick your ass. If you don't believe me, I remember very clear. Hold on. What is it? Hold on. Bring it on. What happens when you want Tom Brady to come?
Tom Tom Brady, I'm coming. I want Tom. I want Tom.
Look at you ever notice the schnout on Rob Gronkowski?
Harry, I think that me, you, and Brian might have given the other guys Stockholm syndrome with this Bucks thing. We said it so many times that they just believe it that they're going to win on Sunday.
No, it's no doubt.
Yeah, I done kicked my head out of the equation. Thank you, Brian.
What a douche.
Rob Gronkowski. I
can't
really,
believe Tom Brady snapped that.
Gronkowski is Rob.
I really want a shirt that says that now.
I wish this guy was just trolling us or something, but he's so serious, and it's so upsetting that he's so serious.
Taken back on a bearskin rug with the really thin white T-shirt that's been overwashed, so you can see his nipples through it.
You guys don't seriously. You don't recognize the guy's picture? Seriously, guys, take a look at it. Everybody at one time. That's the safety for New Orleans. That's Brian Pearson. You didn't hear me? Oh, come on, Brian. Come back in. I didn't know you knew the X's and O's of the game. I know why you're in bed. You're tired. Seriously, come on back in, bud. Go back in the chat room for us.
You guys remember? Do you guys remember seeing the movie Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You remember Rooney? Remember Rooney? Rooney, I think the teacher, Bueller. Bueller. That's Brian Pearson.
Brian.
Bueller.
This guy's about as sharp as an egg, this guy.
I'm going to get me a Brian Pearson Saints jersey. I want a Brian Pearson Saints jersey, and I'm going to have one.
Customized. I want it. It'll be 7 to 10 business days. It'll be at your front door, Tyler. Don't worry.
You ship to Canada?
Oh my God, Rob Gronkowski is my hero.
No, but in all seriousness, guys, no, I'm all seriousness. I know it's hard to believe.
Rob Garborski. He meant Rob Garborski.
No, that's not nice, man. He's taking a shot at Chicago because those guys are called the Grabowskis. Tyler would understand what I'm talking about. That, right, Tyler? Okay. Now, that's not Rob Gawarski. He's not a Grabowski.
He's got to have a grade 4 education, this guy.
What would we have to do?
Call him wrong.
What would we do? What would we do? We could ask James. What would we have to do to get this Brian Pearson jersey signed?
Hey, let me say something a second. Brian, if we do go back to Florida, at least we won't be slinking into the swamp. They have beaches.
Right?
Can you imagine?
You know what? I'm going to do this. Y'all ready? Brian, here's the deal. If you come back on right now and you keep your clothes on and put a shirt on, I will give you 30 seconds uninterrupted by any of us where you have full screen. You can say whatever you want on this platform. Okay? Come
Absolutely.
on. 30 seconds. Come on back on.
As long as it has only something to do with football and not his family members.
Right. Yeah. Nothing like,
And no farm animals.
Hey, don't do that, man. I'm Greek.
Harry started sweating. He was like,
No, honey, I swear to God, the sheep's outside. No.
Come on,
Hey, man, seriously.
Come on, Brian. You can have 30 seconds uninterrupted on this platform. You can be the star, buddy. It's all you.
Brian,
30 seconds.
Brian.
Come on.
I'll even hit my mute button.
This is the second time that
I'm going to take all of us out of the lobby, and I'm going to give him 30 seconds.
One more. Read the last one. Rick. Stupid SHIT that Saints fans say. No, the very last one.
After Sunday, you guys, we talk. Wait, you talk in a good tune. We'll send you back to Florida, and we'll see you next year.
Speaking of good tune.
You take requests?
Mike, if only I knew how to play guitar.
Listen, he knows how to play guitar, and the only thing he can play is Bon Jovi, okay?
Come on, Brian. Brian. You're now going weak on us. You come on here with your porn stash and your nipple showing white T-shirt, and now you're chickening out.
Come on. Come on, Brian says the only reason Tom Brady won the Super Bowl with New England is because of Bill Belichick. That's the only reason.
Come on, Brian. Seriously, if you come back on, I got a pound of crawfish for you.
The only time he won the only reason he won the Super Bowl champion.
No,
with
plural.
New England Patriots because of Bill Belichick. That's the only reason. Yeah, because we see how great Belichick's done without him.
Yeah, honestly.
Well, at least he had the plural correct.
This guy's a one-man show.
Yes.
So far we got Rob Gronkowski and Bill Belichick, and it's just like piling up. I don't know these players or these coaches. I can't wait to see them. I'm also curious to know how much peanut butter this guy and his dog go through.
I know who Brian is.
I'm very curious.
The porn stash and the wet T-shirt, coming in on the bearskin rug. It was literally.
Guys, it's showtime.
Okay, all right. I'm removing everybody. You guys all hang in the lobby for a second.
All right, that's it. We're gone.
All right. Hold on. Let me bring him in here, Brian.
Hold on, let me get back in.
There we go. Brian, he ran. Come on, Brian. God, I love that mustache. Come on, Brian. Dude. Oh. I feel like, seriously. Maybe. Let's see if he hangs. Let's see if he hangs. Thank you for putting the shirt on. I see you. Listen, dude. I'm going to give you the platform. You got 30 seconds. Please keep your clothes on. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Thank you. I'm going to give you the platform. It's all yours, my friend, for 30 sequence. Go.
I want you to stay.
Okay.
Stay.
I'm here.
I want you to stay.
I'm here. Go.
Put the crowd on there.
You want the whole we're
Yeah, I want the whole crowd.
not going to be able to. We won't be able to hear. Everybody's going to be talking.
It don't matter. I don't care.
I want you to have 30 seconds.
Okay.
And by the way, is Rob Gronkowski?
Well, I said his name wrong. Sorry. Sorry. Now let's look at the facts here. Okay. Tom Brady came from a system that was good for a long time because of Bill Belichick. Now he's over here with a team that got in the playoffs. Okay. They beat a Redskins team that didn't have a good season. Okay.
Who were they supposed to beat last week?
Redskins. They didn't have no good team. Good team.
Are you actually saying because they didn't? Oh, I told you 30 seconds. Go. Sorry.
They had no team. They had nothing. Their record was good. They got in there. Okay. That I give Tom Brady his props. He's good with Tampa Bay with New England Patriots. But now Rob Gronkowski went out there and won some WWE championship, came back to the NFL, and now he's playing for Tampa Bay. Come on now. All right. Who broke records? Drew Brees broke a lot of records. He won a lot of titles. Won the passing title. Won this. He's an old man. I know he can't play as well as Tom Brady. They're both competitive. Okay. I hope it's a competitive game. Okay. I know we come on here and we talk on nonsense and we rag, but let the better man speak for itself. You know what I mean?
Now,
if you guys win, I'll
Brian, awesome. Listen, props to you and that mustache. Props. Okay. Absolutely props. And now I'm going to bring everybody in. Okay. Because you deserve props for coming in, manning up, and saying everything you just said in the way you just said it. Everybody here, everybody in this group, I want nothing but props for this guy right now. Okay? Nothing but props. Brian, awesome.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Now I see the guy now. I thought the guy at the end here was the guy from the Seahawks. He's playing for the Saints. Not being rude. I'm not being rude. I'm being
No, the guy Tyler Bradshaw, he is.
Yeah,
he's the
I'm being
DB
serious.
currently. Yeah, he is. Tyler plays for the Seahawks.
Well, we used to have a player that just like him. I'm not being rude.
Okay. No, seriously, nothing but props for what you just said. Did y'all hear what he just came in and said? He came in and said, all trash talking aside, all joking aside, I hope we have a good game. I think Tom Brady is outplaying Drew Brees, but we're still going to beat you guys. Come on.
If you guys win, I give you your props. If we lose, I'll take it as a man. I'll say Tampa Bay's a good team. I'll give them that.
Awesome. Listen,
I want to say one thing quick. Before, can you mute Johnny Dean, please?
Yeah, hold on. Go.
I do want to say, Brian, all of us on here, we just spent the last what feels like an hour giving you a hard time. It probably feels longer. Probably feels much longer for you, but we do appreciate you coming on. As you said, huge props to you. I mean, just like every one of us feel like we contribute to the show, you do as well.
Yes.
So we appreciate you coming on, even through all the and again, none of this is any hard feelings. It's just good old fashioned fun.
It's all fun. It's all fun and games. I know.
Absolutely.
Are you a Phillies fan?
That mustache.
Are you a Phillies fan?
Yeah, Phillies fan of Baltimore Orioles. I got two teams, one in the East, one in the National League.
Where are you from?
I'm from New Jersey.
Oh, there you go. You're up the road from Jacob, then.
Well, I used to live in New Orleans I lived with my dad for years. And I went there. He took me to every Saints game and all. You know what I mean?
What part of Jersey?
Cape May.
Yeah, that's the opposite side of me. I'm up north.
North Cape May, New Jersey.
Oh, he's down in the Pineys. Is that down there? Is that the South Jersey? Is what they call the Pines?
Yeah.
Oh,
Either way, you guys should grab lunch.
And we're not talking about eating Jacob, though.
So I want to ask the guy with the microphone over here. What do you think the score is going to be? Honestly, let's be honest.
We got three guys here with a microphone.
Well, the guy in the red shirt. The guy in the red shirt.
Okay, right.
What do I think the score is going to be?
Honestly, be honest.
Okay. If now we were talking about this earlier, Brian. There's a difference in head and heart. Okay. If I'm being honest, if I'm being straight with you, this is a really hard pick for me. Okay. I mean, it's really difficult because what am I going to say that the Saints aren't any good? Give me a break. Okay. I'm going to say my head. Okay. I've got a great answer. 31-28.
Okay.
Now, which team? We'll see. We'll see. Because my head, I'll be honest, tells you maybe the Saints.
Now, let's just say Tampa Bay wins the whole thing. Do you think Rob Gronkowski comes back next year?
Yeah.
Is that Gronkowski or Gornowski? Which one?
Rob Gronkowski. Excuse me.
Okay. I was just curious.
Gronkowski. What about him?
I think Rob Gronkowski
another year.
Yeah,
I think Rob Gronkowski is there as long as Tom Brady is.
Yeah, I agree. I don't even think there's a question. I think he got better as the year has gone along. He says he feels better than he has at this point in the season by far. I think he's back.
And I'm also going to say one other thing that may be unpopular with everybody here. I think Antonio Brown is there as long as Tom Brady is there, and I don't necessarily think I think he may take less money to stay with Tom Brady, depending on just
possible.
I think it's the Brady bunch. Honestly,
there were rumors coming out of Chicago that he might be interested in going to the Jets.
So the guy in the white shirt.
Oh, seriously.
Where's your partner from Sunday
Chicago
night?
Tribune.
What did you say, Brian?
I said, where's the guy in the white shirt here? His partner from Sunday night.
Harry.
Saturday night, he had a partner on. They're at a restaurant.
Ray's not on tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, Ray is not here tonight.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway,
Rick,
yeah.
Can you mute Johnny Dean again?
Johnny, I'm muting you because of your background noise. Okay, awesome.
If you guys have anything to say, go ahead. I don't.
No, it's just
take
here's
all
the
the
thing,
facts off me.
Brian.
It don't matter to me.
Brian, for all the crap we gave you, and for you coming on, you completely. I mean, I'm shocked you made my day.
He flipped the narrative. That's what
Yeah.
happened.
The thing is, you know, I want to see this game be an overtime game. That's what I
He
want.
can't be a bad dude. Look, he's got a mustache, man.
Boy, does he have a mustache, dude. Harry, his mustache
wanna
is
see-
sexier
I
than
wanna see-
yours, buddy.
What I want to see in this game, I want to see two good quarterbacks go head to head and play with everything they got, man.
Who's gonna be your quarterback then?
Drew Brees will be the quarterback. But what I'm saying is, I want it to be like a Rocky movie, like when Rocky fought.
Yeah,
You don't
I
think
don't think he's
when
got it
Rocky
left in
fought
him, man.
the Russian guy.
Yeah,
I want it to be a heavyweight fight.
except here's what I think's gonna happen. I think Brady's gonna be Drago and Breeze is gonna be Creed.
Well, this is being honest, Brian. Brian, I will tell you this. This is now. I already told you that I think the Bucks could lose the game. Okay, so I'm being dead straight and honest with you when I say Drew Brees is not that quality level of a quarterback anymore. You're not going to see the what's that?
He's getting old in age, but like he's only there. He's still around for us because he's training. He's teaching the young guys, young quarterbacks, how to get better. That's
Well,
what
first of all,
Like Jameis Winston, right? Like Jameis. You like Jameis, right?
he's all right. I like him. You know what I mean? I don't understand
he's
why
the
Tampa Bay
future
got rid
there.
of him.
You don't? Okay. Then we can all hold on now, Buccaneers fans. Everybody stay calm and let's one at a time. Let's tell Brian why we got rid of it. Okay. Brian, he throws for a lot of yards. Okay. He does everything big. That means he throws for a lot of yards. He throws for a lot of touchdowns. He throws for a lot of interceptions. He blows a lot of games. Okay. He's the reason for a lot of losses. Okay. What did I just miss?
Can I chime in there, Brian? I'm with you,
I want to go
Brian.
through the Bucs fans first, and then we'll get to you guys.
Okay.
Tyler, why do you think? What do you think about Jameis? And be honest and not biased. And this isn't trash talk time. Be honest.
Right training and the right tools, he can come out there and be an all-star quarterback.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Tyler.
I'll tell you. I'm gonna tell you why they got rid of Jameis, and then I'll tell you how I feel about Jameis. They got rid of Jameis, and it's very easy. Tom Brady, because they could sign Tom Brady. And how do I feel about Jameis? I think he. It's hard for me to say that he can be a good quarterback with the right tools because he had and I get it. He had multiple different coaches. That's tough to do. I just think that's his style of play is sling it. I think he's always going to be a guy that makes a lot of bad decisions, has a lot of bad turnovers. I think he's very talented. I think he has great arm strength. I just don't think he's not a Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Okay, Johnny, I'm really looking forward to getting you on this. So be up and ready. Okay, Johnny. All right, Mike.
Oh my God.
Mike, why did they get rid of Jameis? Or what do you think about Jameis?
Too many interceptions, makes too many bad decisions with the ball. His off the field stuff is not exactly great. Not a leader, and you won't win him. He's not-
Okay, awesome. This is all I think accurate. Johnny Dean, let me unmute you. Okay, Johnny.
He scores too many points for the other team.
That's well put. That's actually well put. He gives the other team, just too much.
And another thing is this young team needed a leader, a real captain, and Jameis Winston is not that.
Right now, Jacob.
Yeah.
Be nice.
What do you think about Jameis?
Okay, looking at it from an outside perspective, I think is so Jameis. I feel the same way about Jameis as I feel about a lot of these young quarterbacks that people are determining whether or not the jury is kind of hung on them right now. One of those being Sam Darnold. I do not know how easy it is to fix a quarterback like that who has problems that go, it's all 95% of it is decision making because, like you said, Rick, Jameis throws for a lot of yards and he throws a lot of touchdowns, but 30 interceptions in one season is way too many. And I don't know how much coaching can fix that because you're growing up playing like that. You played football like that for however many years of your life. I don't think one coach can come in and just change all of that like that.
Right? Because at the end of the year that he threw 30 interceptions, you remember he said, "I'm balling, check your sheet."
It's not about stats, Jameis.
Right. Eric?
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm gonna, Jacob, he's absolutely correct. I mean, he does hold the record, though. I mean, you love the idea. I mean, he holds a record of 30 touchdowns and 30 interceptions. That'll probably never be broken, and New Orleans has them. But on a serious note, I mean, he absolutely loves seafood, and he's in a perfect city for it. And I'm sure other fans understand about the seafood portion of it. Tampa was very, very, very. I think it was a bad decision to get rid of him personally, because you now have the number 1 overall pick from 4 or 5 years ago that's going to be running your team. He's the future. And I think New Orleans is very blessed, especially on Tampa behalf, that they have him. He's going to be QB1 really soon.
Harry said that almost with a completely straight face all the way
I know. At first,
But he does like crab legs, Johnny, doesn't he?
Yeah, at first I was thinking,
Absolutely.
Now, Brian, in all seriousness, the thing is this: it's not. Look, there's a lot to like about Jameis.
Like what?
But the problem is this: he manages to always find a way to leave you disappointed.
Well, let me give you this thought here. Okay? When Teddy Bridgewater was quarterbacking for the Jets, he did nothing. He came to New Orleans. Okay?
The Vikings.
Yeah, wherever. Drew Brees got hurt. He came in. He won 5 games.
Don't let facts get in the way.
Teddy Bridgewater was on the Jets though at one point.
Yes, and he did. And he
For like what?
It was like he was there. He was there for like maybe 3 seconds.
When he came to New Orleans, and Drew Brees got hurt, he started winning game after game after game. So maybe you never know with Jameis Winston.
Here's the reason.
Brian, I'm on your side. He's going to be a great quarterback for your team. You just have to keep praying for that.
Here's the thing, Brian. Brian, here's the thing. It's not that he doesn't have worlds of talent, and anybody here will tell you that I think Sean Payton is a phenomenal coach. Okay, the problem is not Jameis's talent; it's that it's all right here is the problem, and he's actually he knows the X's and O's. He just makes stupid decisions.
And my thing is, you don't know who's going to win Sunday. Because look at last weekend when Cleveland Browns went in there, everybody said Cleveland was going to get smoked. And
nobody said. I can't think of one person that would say Cleveland was going to get smoked by Pittsburgh. I've been saying this for probably 12 to 13 weeks.
Well, a lot of people, like inside the NFL and all them dudes were saying they were going to get.
I live in Pittsburgh, and nobody here was picking the Steelers in this game.
Yeah, but I get your point. Any given Sunday, I get his point. Is he's saying any given Sunday, and I think he's right. Any given Sunday is right. I mean, any team can beat any team, and yes, the Buccaneers may go into New Orleans and win that game.
So who do you think is going to win Sunday? Saturday or Sunday? The Cleveland
Sunday
Browns.
Night. It's going to be a close game.
Kansas City Chiefs.
I was talking about the Browns game.
Oh, the Chiefs.
And
I think it's going to be a good game.
I honestly I've watched them, and I believe that Cleveland plays a style of football that can beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Absolutely. Can they put it on the field Sunday? I don't know.
If the
Kansas City is not unbeatable.
If Cleveland Browns beat the Chiefs, you think they go to Super Bowl?
Yes, only because they're blind. They're young and dumb enough to not realize what they're doing.
The Buffalo Bills are going to the Super Bowl. Doesn't matter.
I think
doesn't matter.
I agree with Tyler on that one.
Tyler, I agree with you that's what my brain tells me Buffalo is going. Okay, my brain tells me Buffalo is going. But the thing is this:
and if you guys beat us on Sunday, you're going to have a hard time beating Green Bay. I'm going to tell you that now.
Well, maybe. You know what happened in that game earlier this year, right? When the Bucs played Green Bay.
But on the flip side of that, if we're saying the Bucs can beat the Saints, these are two different teams. If we're saying the Bucs can beat the Saints after what we saw in those Saints-Bucs games, then I don't want to even count that Packers-Bucs game. I think we have to look at it objectively right now.
I don't know because Aaron Rodgers is good, man. He's good.
No, he's the MVP. He's the MVP, absolutely. But
Brian, wait, hold on, everybody. Brian, are you aware that they played earlier in the year?
No, I did not.
Okay, they played earlier in the year, and the Bucs beat them. What was the final score?
38-10.
38-10, the Bucs beat Green Bay.
Okay, I didn't see that.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Now,
that was
but-
then.
but-
This is now. Brian
yes,
got a
but that was
point.
then. This is now. So, Brian, I agree with you. I cringe over the thought of
He accidentally
no
made a
matter
really,
what.
really good point.
no. I want you to think about this, guys. These are the remaining teams in the NFC. Okay, Green Bay
That's
with
right.
Aaron Rodgers. Tampa
Rams.
with Tom Brady.
The Rams.
Right, Breeze with New Orleans, and the Rams with, I think it's Goff is the one starting, I think. Okay. So the thing is this: when you think about those four teams, understand this: somebody's gonna have to make it through that gauntlet. All right. And it's not going to be easy for any of these teams.
And you guys beating the Redskins? That was the first time Redskins been in the playoffs in a long period of time.
Oh,
It's the
man.
first time we've been to the playoffs in a long period of time. So it's been longer since the Bucks were there. So
Well, I'm just saying, with the quarterback they had, it was you guys played a good game with them guys because them guys had a quarterback that was out for a long period of time and had a lot of big injuries.
yeah. So well, he didn't play. Alex Smith didn't play. So
Can I
Well,
ask
I know
one
that,
thing?
but I know
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Tyler.
Him being there was just to him to be. I'm here. I made the
Right.
playoffs. I'm here.
Yep.
I'm back off injury. That's the
Yep,
win.
Tyler?
Being off
No,
injury.
go ahead. Go ahead. Keep going, Brian. Keep going.
You know, being off injury and like doing what he had to do to get back in the NFL. You know what I mean? It was life changing to see that story and video. That
Everybody was behind him. Even Buccaneers fans hope and wish the best for Alex Smith.
Oh, for
Tom
sure.
Brady wins on Sunday. I'll bow down and say congratulations. I'll come on and I'll give my props.
And we'll do the same thing. And we will do the same thing.
No, you won't.
I on the platform.
I'll call baloney on that one.
Props, but then when you're done, you can laugh, and you can
I
joke,
call-
you can have your fun.
No, I'll give you no. I'll get Brian. If you win, I'll give you 30 seconds on the platform again. On this platform again, you've earned it with the way you've come in here and manned up on here tonight. You've done you abso-freaking-lutely.
Okay.
never bow.
Before we let Brian go, if that's what's happening, Brian,
Yep.
can we see the other end of the couch, please?
Oh
Oh, wow.
We were just making sure. We were just making sure the other guy wasn't down there cutting your
no.
toenails.
Brian, do you have
The guy
pants
up
on?
here, the guy in the white shirt.
Yes, sir.
Are we going to have a Sunday night after the game?
No,
Yeah.
Sunday night. The game is Sunday night.
Yes.
After the game,
There's
we
going to
go
be.
to the
There's going to be. Yes, there's.
Okay, show.
You can catch the pregame show on the Sports Web. There's going to be a halftime show as well as a postgame show.
at the
We don't have live from the cheap seats on Sunday night. That's
No,
so
we
good.
will not have live from the cheap seats. That's going to be on Saturday night, and that's what I was
Okay.
telling. Yeah.
Beautiful.
I have a quick question. Another quick question for you, Brian. I actually two questions.
No.
How did you find the show, and can you do whatever you can to share it with anybody else that you know?
Yeah, I found the show because I was scrolling. I have a live thing where it says things are live. And one night that I saw him on there with his partner, the guy in the white shirt, with his partner, and they were
Very
talking
right.
good things. I don't know
Yeah.
the guy's name.
Yeah,
He's not-
right.
he's not- it was Pete. It was Peter Blake. I know what he's talking about.
They were
No,
talking
on Saturday night, he said.
It was 2
Oh.
o'clock in the morning. These guys were tired. They were in a restaurant.
It was
They were
in
hanging
a
out.
restaurant. Okay, so it was the pregame show, or it was one of
Postgame.
the pregame show things.
It was a postgame show.
Yeah,
They were
Okay,
tired.
so-
It was 2 o'clock in the morning.
yeah.
So you found the show just on your live feed, and
Yeah.
and you decided to tune in. Good for you, man.
Yeah, tune niggas. I wanted to see what I wanted to see
Yeah.
some other people trash talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, nothing but props to you, Brian. And seriously, much respect. And we will come. We will tell. I will tell you flat out
Now,
if you
here's the
come in
thing:
here.
if you guys win the Super Bowl, okay, you win the conference championship. I want to come on the platform and see all 4 of you guys or 5 with your conference championship shirts on.
Oh, no problem. No problem.
I'll tell you guys this right now. I am not a Bucks fan, but if you guys can win the conference championship, I will get a Bucks conference championship.
Who's that? The guy up here? Who's your team?
I'm a Jets fan.
We're Brian. We are slowly molding him into a Buccaneers fan.
Brian,
He's-
I didn't know you were a Jets fan.
The
They're
Jets
my, they're my, they're my
I'm a
NFC
Buck
team.
fan. I'm a
Hey,
Buck
Brian.
fan.
The Bucks fan are my NFC team.
the
Bucks
Jets
fan.
fan, the
Here's
Jets
the
fan,
Bears fan.
No,
Very
I'm a
big
Buck
Bears
fan.
fan.
I'm a
I've been picking every
bandwagoner.
year.
I'm a
football fan.
bandwagoner, guys.
Okay.
hey,
I'm a
Brian,
Saints fan, I've been picking Jets and Redskins every year for Super Bowl.
You got to stop saying the R word, sir. I have a guy, but his name is the
Football team.
Professor. And thank God we muted him because you'd be getting the business right now. Don't
Who,
say
me?
the R word. Oh yeah,
because he
you
doesn't
can't say
like
the R word.
R word, Washington.
Yeah, it's offensive.
Redskins, excuse me, Redskins.
No. You can't.
Washington.
You can't. Yeah, you can't
said
say
it
the
wrong.
R word because the man
said
that's
it like it
called
was
the
Beetlejuice.
Professor.
I picked the
He was like
Washington and
he was like tricking us into summoning Beetlejuice. He was
All right,
like,
that's it. No, that's it. Unmute the professor now.
Okay, hold on, Johnny. Go for it, brother.
I'm not even gonna waste my time, man.
Okay, mute it. He's Native American, sir, and I'll speak for him. He finds
I
that
pick
very
the
offensive.
Washington team and Jets every year. To go to Super Bowl.
There you go.
Sorry.
All right.
Anyway, gentlemen, much love. Deuces
All right.
to everybody. Buccaneers are winning this game really big this week. I'm not going to give a final score out, but just enjoy it, Buck fans, because seriously, you're going to Green Bay next week. Don't worry about this, Brian. Brian, much love to you, brother. Thanks for coming on. Appreciate it. But they're going to kill him. Have a great day. Deuces. Love you guys.
Hey, we have one more very important. Oh, I just wanted to know what he had for dinner.
Oh, crap.
the answer was James. Sorry.
Okay, Brian, if you're listening, please type into the chat room, what did you have for dinner? Thanks, Harry. Have a great night, Harry.
I was
Do
just
not type it.
Harry, have a great night.
You had crawdads
Imported gumbo.
Yeah.
from Canada.
That makes me
All
look at
right.
the city of Philadelphia completely different.
Guys, you know what? This was going to be a short show tonight, and this just became, I'm having a blast. I'm not going anywhere.
Can I say something? All kidding aside, it took balls to come on here.
Absolutely.
100%.
I'll give the guy props, but that was to come on here with us five and start.
Oh yeah, I'll give him nothing but props. That was he, and what he came on and said. Mad props to him.
if he didn't come on here, if the Sunday night show or Monday would have been
dedicated to him.
Yes, it would have been brutal.
It would have been brutal.
Saturday night would have been brutal.
Guys,
Because I'm going to do live from the cheap seats on Saturday.
I hope the Bucks put a 50 burger on this guy on Sunday, and I'm gonna be all over him.
Yeah, I kind of really want now for Harry to be right.
Wow. That was awesome, Brian. You're the man tonight. You are the man tonight, Brian.
This is so far the show of the year, Rick.
Yeah.
There was another guy. I forgot. Oh God, Rick, do you remember the other guy? Tyler, you were here too.
We've had two guys that we've just beat on, and they've called in. So again,
that guy actually DM'd me on Twitter. I'll tell you. Hold on. It was
in your DMs.
It was Patrick.
Patrick.
Patrick, the guy that was talking about Chase somebody, the guy that was supposed to be destroying our offensive line. Is that the guy?
No.
Chase Young.
Chase Young.
I forgot him so quickly. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You mean wait? You mean this guy?
Tom Brady, I'm coming. I want Tom.
I am going to make a sound file out of both the banjo this week and the and Gronkowski's laugh.
Yeah, Jacob, I have to ask you one question, brother.
Go ahead.
Who's Bubble Butt?
Okay, wait, Mike. Okay, this was on my show, guys. Some dude was commenting. So my show was earlier, and I don't know, Mike, I'm sure you know. So my guest, it was supposed to be Deshaun. I don't know. He just never joined. No, it's whatever. I don't know what happened, but I didn't have a guest lined up for tonight. And so I only had like half an hour worth of stuff planned. And so I turned to like comments and stuff for the last like half hour of my show, and I was just taking it easy. And this guy commented and was like, hey, it was like he said it was like Biggie Butt or something like that. He goes like, hey, Biggie Butt, like how long are you streaming for? The cakes are getting cold. And I was like, what? And then I played it, and Mike quickly popped in, and he changed his name to Biggie Butt. And I thought it was such a random comment. I was like,
It's weird.
wait. And then there was one up here. I need to find it. You guys had it. Someone commented it on here too. It was, I'm trying to find it.
By the way, guys, I got to tell you this while he's looking for this.
Oh.
I got to tell you this. You guys know how the one night during my show, I grabbed my phone and I took a picture of the producer sitting next to me, constantly staring at me.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
So I've got to tell you, we're going to have a segment on Saturday night, a brand new segment
Oh God.
called the foul mouth producer. Okay, and the foul mouth producer is going to go ahead and basically has words. The foul mouth producer wants a minute or wants a few seconds on every show to give his point of view. So
Does he come with
I got one last thing to say. If we lose Sunday, oh my God, he's gonna be all over us like
yeah, well, this is going to be Saturday. This is going to be Saturday night. So
Rick, I
Saturday
found the comment.
TVMA?
Rick, I
What's
found-
that?
I found the
Is it
comment.
going to be TVMA?
Well, just tune in.
it'd be PG-13.
Just go ahead, Jacob.
Okay, so this was commented on my show too. This girl says, Alicia Keys or Halle Berry, who do you think is more beautiful? And she then commented, I go with Alicia. And like, I don't even know what like how that that's even like a troll.
Somebody actually came in here and thought, "Hey, I want to participate."
Let's ask 5
show
to
you running
7
over there,
men
Jacob?
about.
Well, last year we were on this show too.
Yeah.
Where did Bubble Butt come from?
What's that?
Where did Bubble Butt come from?
I wish I could tell you. I wish I could tell you.
Hey, I don't know if anybody noticed this, but Harry just messaged me and he's absolutely right. We really dodged a bullet tonight because we had no clue what was on the other end of Brian's couch. That was
The dude.
Wouldn't that have been great if the dude was there?
Rick, you got your screenshots ready, Rick?
Yeah.
Look at that bottom one.
Oh, I saw it. Hey, Johnny, I was about to say something about it.
How do you see those things? How do you?
All right.
Stupid Bucks fans say.
Well, that's what you should have said.
The son of Israel.
Wow.
This is the show of the year.
Wow.
This might be either this or the Patrick Show were by far my favorite shows that I've been on.
Oh,
this
this is the best show.
this is so much fun.
Wow.
Imagine
Those guys never showed back up. You know that, right? After the Washington game, they never breathed again out here.
What are you saying?
The Patrick guy and the guys that were all about Chase Young was going to destroy this
Oh
team.
yeah, we never heard another thing.
Not a peep.
Oh, here we
Of
go.
course not. The only reason that I was happy for the guy in Washington, he wanted to meet Tom Brady. He was a rookie for the team, the Washington.
I think he was talking about Chase Young, probably.
All right, here we go again. Brian, you're much better when you call.
Not really.
Well, he got to meet him anyway.
Yep.
Hey, all joking aside, again, big ups to Brian. I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have been able to do it.
Talking major cojones.
No, I agree. I agree. I got nothing but
Major.
good things to say about Brian. I think Brian was awesome.
Not only did we not know what was on the other side of the couch, we took a chance. Rick, you were going to give him a chance by just giving him 30 seconds to
I
do
know.
whatever he wanted.
I was like, it's yours. You got the platform for 30 seconds. Go.
He'll be a regular now.
Yeah. That would be awesome. Brian could be our regular.
Oh,
Oh, man.
Yeah,
That's
he made
awesome.
me look up Brady's stat line, and this is one of Brady's best years ever. So
Wow.
they're going completely different directions there.
this is one of the only years where you could look at it and say this was like Tom Brady really led this team to the playoffs.
Are
Like,
we?
Oh, yeah. The difference between last year and this year is Tom Brady. I mean, that's a fact. I mean, listen, everybody. Okay. When the year started and the team was struggling, and everybody be quiet for a second, let me get this out. when the team was struggling at the beginning of the year, there was a part of me that went, "Uh-oh, I hope this is not a failed experiment." There was a part of now I never looked at Brady and thought his arm looked weak or anything. I never thought that, but I thought this is not working. This isn't working. Now I understand, and we talked in great depth about the fact that they didn't have preseason and they didn't have all of that, but it also seemed like there was something maybe a step or two deeper than that. There was some reason this just wasn't working. Now, I don't know if it was the coaching mixing with Brady or what was happening, but everything changed at halftime of the first Falcons game. And I said it, the light switch flipped. The light switch flipped. And it became the difference in, gosh, I hope we can win this game, to we're going to win this game. And that's where everything changed, is there was something about that game where the team suddenly believed in itself. And the team, instead of playing like, we got to figure this out, it was, let's go do this. And that's when everything changed, was halftime of the first Falcons game. And what you're seeing from Brady now, I believe that you're seeing a different type of beast, a whole different animal. And Buccaneers fans, listen, whether you believe it's Brady or whether you believe it's Belichick, and I don't know how you can have that discussion anymore. When Belichick threw the phone, that discussion ended in my eye. Okay, because Belichick, off the rails, he's angry and lost it, and he realizes, while everything's coming apart at the seams in New England, and Cam Newton, can't throw a tantrum, right. Let alone the football, and you see Tom Brady getting better and getting better and getting better, and the team getting better and getting better and getting better, and the whole team coalescing in excellence, becoming sort of what's demanded in the team. Everything we characterized the Patriots by and said it was Brady and Belichick. All of the characteristics, all of the attributes that we put on the New England Patriots for decades, now they are what we think embodies the Buccaneers. And that's not what we think embodies the Patriots. That discussion is over. It was Brady. I believe that wholeheartedly.
Back to Brady's season here. This is the second best season in touchdowns Brady's ever had. In 2007, he had 50 touchdowns. This year, he's got 40, and that's number 2.
Yeah,
right. Yeah,
so
for sure.
There's a big difference between the direction that Drew Brees is heading and the direction Brady's heading.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure him out when he was talking, when you gave him his platform, and he was talking about how he felt about Brady and stuff. And I was like, wait. He's going downhill? Let me look at this again.
No, he was saying he was admitting that Brees is going downhill.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood him then because that confused me.
For me, I still don't think this is the year that I grade Belichick. He dealt with a lot of guys on the defensive side of the ball, opting out of the season.
But what about the offense?
Well, he hasn't. How much time did he have grooming Brady, and how much time has he had grooming in his replacement? He didn't even have a chance to groom a replacement. Honestly, he hasn't.
It's just weird. It's just weird circumstances this year. I'm not saying you guys are wrong. I'm just saying next year is the year that I will grade Bill Belichick on, or in bring that discussion back up between him and Tom Brady. And another thing is, I expect Tom Brady to have the second most touchdowns of his career. Look at the targets he has. He's never had targets like this before. I'm not taking anything away from him. I'm just saying I can't grade Bill Belichick as a coach without Tom Brady until next year.
I have to say a larger body of work, though. I need to see 3 years from it. And I don't think
this is what I'm saying, guys. I'm not grading Brady on the number of touchdowns or number of yards. I'm grading Brady on the excellence that the organization demands from all of its players, and the players are demanding from themselves, and the entire character of this organization that Tom Brady brought with him.
Well, I kind of knew he was going to bring that with him.
Well, good for you, No, I hoped he was going to, but the fact is he brought it and it's gone from New England.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say is the difference. It's no longer New England working like a machine. That machine is in Tampa.
Okay, all right, so here's what I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna leave you off with two things here that are one of them's related, one of them's completely unrelated, and I just want to get it out, and then I have to get out of here. But so number one, I think yes, it was Brady, not Belichick, and I'm going to say, and I don't want to hear the argument of I hear they're arguing about it in the comments, just because New England had no weapons. Okay, but Belichick's the one creating this team. He's the one making this team. Whose fault is it that he doesn't have any weapons? He's the coach. But Belichick's whole thing for the last however long was that, he can win with nothing. He can win with these Walmart receivers. But the guys who were cleaning cars 2 days ago are now starting at wide receiver for the Patriots and are going to be Pro Bowlers. Belichick's one form of the team. That's not a fair excuse for why the Patriots failed this season. It's or towards that argument with Brady and Belichick. Also, the second thing I wanted to get out there is this is something that we haven't talked about at all, but I wholeheartedly think that the Rams can beat the Packers this weekend. Also, and here's why. The Packers have no linebackers. They can't stop the run, and the Rams rely on the run, and I think that if there's a team that can pick apart the Packers, it's going to be the Rams, especially with that coaching. And Jalen Ramsey versus Devontae Adams is going to be a really, really good matchup. I feel everyone's going to disagree with me, but I really do think that could be the upset of the weekend this weekend. And then, Go
ahead and finish, Jacob. Wait, let him finish. Finish because he's got to go.
That's it.
Okay, I want to throw in one thing. The only thing I'm going to say about this is New England's offense is still New England's offense, and now they have a better offensive line. It's the same offense pretty much that Brady had, and look at what happened to this offense. Now you say, this is this new quarterback's first year. He's not going to throw for that many yards. He's not going to do that great. Well,
I want to say this.
They scraped the bottom of the barrel and went and got Cam Newton, who was shell shocked. Come on. you can't judge them on having with Cam Newton back there at quarterback. And by the way, the Bucs ruined Cam Newton, so you're welcome, Belichick. We screwed you twice.
So this is the two things I'm going to say to Jacob's comments right there. Next year, like we just said, like Johnny Dean just said, Cam Newton's. I mean, he's terrible. We knew that when he left for New England. Say the Patriots land Matt Stafford in the offseason somehow, or somebody like that. Next year, we will be talking about, I believe, and they return all their defensive guys, get them back on the roster. We will be talking about the Patriots winning that division again and being a contender in the AFC if something like that happens. As for the Rams-Packers game, Jacob, I think the Rams are going to upset the Packers because of what you just said. Have you guys seen the numbers that Jalen Ramsey puts up against, or what he holds to some of these receivers against? It's ridiculous.
It's insane.
It's insane. And if that defensive line, which they made the Seahawks offensive line look like toddlers out there, can get any pressure on Aaron Rodgers, this could be a very difficult game for the Packers to win. I mean, it's still Aaron Rodgers. We still know what he can do, but I mean, it's going to be a very good game. It depends to me which Goff shows up, because I know the Rams defense is going to show up.
Yeah, the Rams are super inconsistent. That's what I worry about. They had that. I don't even think they went full force against the Seahawks. I think they beat the Seahawks without really showcasing their full ability of skills. I mean, and I think if Cam Akers can show up and Jared Goff can show up with that throwing ability at full force, Goff's a really good quarterback when he's on his game. And I think a lot of people forget that. It's just when his lows are really, really low. And so that's where that is. But
I got an interesting quick question. Just real fast. I want to say this.
Yeah.
Picture Tom Brady is still on the Patriots. All right. Do all of those guys opt out?
I think some of them do. I think some of them do, because it was COVID, and a lot of them have. A lot of them was family. A lot of it was family situations because of COVID. I don't think all of them necessarily. But here's the thing: if you go to, it's not like you're going to Tampa to try out to play with this new team that's so exciting. You're still playing in New England with Belichick and in that system that you've been with. So I don't know if it's because a lot of these guys have been playing with Brady for a while, right? A lot of.
I don't think they. Here's my point. If Brady is still there, I don't think those guys opt out. If Belichick was gone for a year, I don't think those guys opt out. You remove Brady, those guys opt out. I think to me, that says everything.
I mean, I can't disagree with that. I mean, that's the type of guy that everybody wants to play with. I agree with that. I'm just saying that if the Patriots get somehow a Matt Stafford or a Deshaun Watson or somebody like that, they will be battling the Bills next year for that division again. And I think we'll be talking about the Patriots the same way that we did a couple years ago.
Maybe. The only thing I will say is this. Like you said, everybody wants to play with Brady. Not everybody wants to play for Belichick. So that's what's different. I mean, Gronk left, Brady left, players are leaving. It just, I don't know.
Yeah, Mike Wazowski is now playing for the Buccaneers. He wanted to play with Tom Brady.
Rob Gronkowski.
Rob, I'm just coming up with different names for him at this point.
Before I jump out of here, I'm jumping out of here right after this question. I really do want to know, are we having words of wisdom with Brian Pearson? Is that a reality?
No, I don't think so. I don't believe, you know what? Respect to Brian, no.
I wish you would have called in next Monday or something.
Who do you guys want to hear words of wisdom from?
Adam Gase.
Last week we did Forrest Gump.
Yep.
Let's see.
Everybody who you guys all go ahead and message me. Everybody DM me. Everybody DM me. All right, on Facebook, DM me. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I want to hear who you think words of wisdom should be from this week.
I'm gonna think long and hard about this one.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
gonna get a good one.
Got to be somebody Bucks fans are gonna want to hear from.
Okay.
All Bucks fans are going to want to hear from. That's going to be difficult.
No, I mean,
I want to hear from Brian Pearson. I want to hear from Brian Pearson.
What a genius.
What's that?
What a genius.
Listen, hey, I gotta give the guy credit. He came on really.
If the Bucks lose, I want to hear from John McKay.
I think McKay will be good during the offseason at some point.
This one's real. This one's, in all honesty, I want words of wisdom from. We talked about this gentleman the other day. I want to hear your John Madden.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
No, I am not an impressionist, so let's be clear about that.
You did a pretty good Forrest Gump.
Okay, good. All right, you know what, guys? Let's call this a night. Tyler, where do they find you?
Here in a second in this hotel bed. That's all I've got.
All right, man. You have a good night, and hopefully you'll be back on Saturday night.
Tyler,
I will be back Saturday night.
All right, we will do.
Look at you go. Look at you go, Mike. A made bed. It's not like you're going to use it. You got to sleep on the dog bed.
We will do live from the cheap seat Saturday. All right, guys.
All right.
All right. Good night, Tyler. Jacob, where do they find you?
Ooh, okay. Hopefully. This was something I was talking to my dad about. This is something that might be in the works. Is possibly, depending on what's going on with COVID, Tampa Bay next year, maybe for a Bucks game. Ooh, but if you want to check out my podcast, you can check out the Hard Count Football Podcast on YouTube and SoundCloud, and then the Hard Count Football Podcast live Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern on either the Hard Count Football YouTube channel or here on Bucks Report. Join in. I'll send out the link. Join in. Tell me I'm wrong. Call in the show. Tell me I'm wrong. Debate with me. Because obviously, I mean, I say it. I love being told I'm wrong. I think it's one of the best things about having my own show is that people can just come on and just yell at me, tell me whatever they want. And I think everyone in this can also agree with me on that one that you love. Rick, do you also love being told you're wrong about things?
Oh, heck yeah.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's so refreshing. It's super refreshing. But yeah.
All I can tell you is this. The producer loves to tell me I'm wrong. The foul-mouthed producer loves to tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah.
There's a little hint. There's a little clue as to what's coming. All right. Jacob, have a great night. See you Saturday night.
See you, Bubble.
Mike, will we see you Saturday?
Damn straight.
Awesome. See you Saturday night, my friend.
See you, boys. See you, Johnny.
Later, Mike.
Okay, Johnny,
And
will you be around Saturday night?
Of course I will. I've got to find a way to lock Jacob's show in because I never think about it at 7 o'clock because usually the Bucks Report shows are so late.
Yeah, and I'm working usually, so you know it's I'll do my best.
All right, man. Have a good one.
Have a great one.
Bye.
Bye. All right, guys, this has been a fun show. This really has been a fun show. I want to hear ideas, info, all kinds of things, guys. I want you to DM me on Facebook. Cheap Seats. Just Google Cheap Seats, or search Cheap Seats on Cheap Seats Live. And I seriously, if you're not following us there, if you're on YouTube or whatever, please, I want messages. I want to know words of wisdom. Who do you guys want to hear from this week? I want to hear from you, and we will have a great show on Saturday night. There will be no show Sunday night because that's when the Bucks game is. But we will do it Saturday. So, guys, thank you for tuning in. This was going to be a short show, and it has not. It's turned into, quite the long show, and it was, holy cow, man. It was a lot of fun. And I mean, when I say it was a lot of fun, I mean that wholeheartedly a lot of fun. Brian Pearson, you're the man. Thank you for making the show a blast tonight. You guys are awesome. All of you are awesome. Thank you. So I always end the show by saying this, and I mean it. And from the bottom of my heart, you guys are fantastic. I love you to death. Eat good. Go Bucks.
A Super Bowl quality roster.
Tom Brady is expected to sign with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Tom Brady, I'm coming. I want Tom.